Warning. This podcast contains spoilers for the musicals Moulin Rouge, Les Misérables, and Cats. Hey, Aileen.
Hey, Nicole.
Fuck, marry, kill. Bad boys of musicals.
Woo, woo.
Okay, the Duke from Moulin Rouge,
Okay.
Javert from Les Mis, or Macavity from Cats.
Okay, so I hate them all so much. Okay, I am going to marry Javert. I know that's a strange choice, but hear me out. I think of all of them, he's the most attractive and human, so that's important. I don't necessarily think that Javert's just this bad guy. I think he's very conflicted. I'm gonna fuck Macavity. It feels weird to say it, but that's my choice. Hopefully he's got a penis. We'll never know. Because of the weird shit they did in there. Anyway, and then kill the Duke because he's gross and weaselly and
The Duke.
hello, I am the Duke.
Yep.
That mustache. It's a little bit funny.
Yeah, that's very good.
Thank you. Yeah, so that's me. What are you doing?
That exactly the same.
Okay.
I think Javert's just he's just struggling, and he's not evil.
Right.
He's just really driven and really, really focused on the one thing. So he could be off doing that while I'm home doing my thing.
Yeah.
And of the three, he's definitely
He's
the
got a
most
passion.
attractive. Yes, yeah, for sure.
Keeping him busy.
Yep, the Duke, nasty, and Macavity, as uncomfortable as that whole situation is, I'm interested.
His penis?
I'm interested. Oh, yeah, just the whole situation.
The lack of penis.
Yeah,
Got it.
so that's that.
Okay.
Okay,
Fun.
great. Welcome to Hear Me Out, the show where we worship at the feet of the absinthe demons, accept Russell Crowe for who he is, and demand anatomical justice for the uncanny valley. I'm Nicole.
Hi, Nicole. I'm Aileen.
How's it going?
It's going great.
Great.
How are you?
Nice to see you.
You too. It's always good to see you.
What's new with you?
What's new with me? I just had back surgery, but I'm recovering, which is really exciting. I guess it's been a minute, hasn't it?
Not that many minutes.
Feels like it. It was before Halloween, and now it's the beginning of November, so I guess it's whatever. So yeah, I've had a lot of time on my hands to watch movies and watch TV and prepare for this episode. I don't want to say too much about what I've been watching because I want to talk about them later.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, I cannot contain myself with excitement to see The Bride.
Yes.
I recently saw Frankenstein, the new one, and now that's all I can think about is The Bride. Totally different vibes, it looks like, from the trailers, but I'm feeling it. I'm really excited. I think I'm in a little Frankenstein love thing, which I've always been a big fan of Frankenstein, love Mary Shelley, but I'm excited to reignite it with these two movies coming out. So
Yes. I have not seen the new Frankenstein yet, but it looks really fun. Maybe fun's not the word, but it looks great. And yeah, The Bride does actually look fun.
yes.
It looks maybe a little campy
Yeah,
even. Like
kind of
I'm
rock and roll
Yes,
version
I'm
of- yeah.
very excited.
Me
And,
too. Kind of Sid and Nancy feeling.
Totally,
Yeah.
totally. Really excited. And I was just teaching my 4-year-old niece all about Frankenstein the other day. I will not be showing her either of these things.
Not yet.
We're also in a bit of a Frankenstein vibe these days, so pretty excited for that.
Nice.
I'm also excited for, if you don't mind a shameless plug,
Please.
outside of movies, I have a holiday bazaar that I put together every first Sunday in December in St. Louis at the Four Hands Brewery.
Such a good time.
Big celebration of independent artists. Not all just from St. Louis. We do have some people that travel in from out of town. So if you're around, you should come.
It's really good time. I've gone the last gosh, it's been several years now, and it's so much fun. Great Christmas present purchasing too.
Yeah, a lot of alternative type gifts,
Yeah.
not your standard cookie cutter Christmas gifts. Free to come shop, of course. A welcoming environment.
Yes,
Anybody is welcome to come. Yep.
Great drinks. There's even a little food downstairs.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
So anyway, that's what I'm excited about and what
excited
I
about
have
that, too.
coming up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Should we get into what are we doing first? Are we talking about a movie?
We're talking about musicals.
Oh, hell yeah.
Tra-la-la-la-la today. So we did our standard. We each picked a musical. We've all seen all of these.
Yes.
Let's start out with that. We're talking about Moulin Rouge from 2001, Les Mis, the film version from 2012, right? Yeah, and Cats from 2019.
Now, you hadn't seen Cats before this.
No, I had not.
You
No, I
were
had
kind of,
not.
like,
I
rebelling
was
against
obviously
it.
familiar with Cats, but I had not seen the film version of Cats.
And I'm so sorry that I made you do that.
Boy,
But I think it
oh,
was necessary.
boy, oh.
You had to get it out of the way.
I really did, and we'll talk about that later.
We'll get there.
But we're going to start with my pick, which was Moulin Rouge from 2001. Directed by just the effervescent Baz Luhrmann.
You know what's funny is I didn't know that when I first put it on again.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, this really has that Baz Luhrmann feel.
Ah, love it, love it. Well, when I first saw it, I had no, I didn't make that connection. Who I didn't care about that kind of
Sure.
stuff in 2001, but I had been obsessed with Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
Saw it in the theaters, loved it. I think by the time I finally got around to watching Moulin Rouge, I did not see it in the theaters. It was shown to me by my friend who, at this stage, rest in peace, Mia. She's no longer with us, but a friend of mine who was just a hopeless, hopeless romantic.
Aw.
I think I was a little too cool at the time. I was in that
That's how I felt,
phase
too.
of I'm not into musicals. I'm not into romance.
I don't want to
and-
hear music that's trendy.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
same.
So it wasn't really the right time for me to watch it, but it was enjoyable. And we watched it, I'm sure, on VHS or something at her house. But I do remember thinking it was very, exciting. It wasn't your standard musical at all.
Yeah, it's very fast and poppy and
Yeah.
colorful.
Yeah,
and-
it's very frenetic.
Yeah, great word.
And the editing, the editor is a woman, and I'm so sorry that I like that Australian accent, because it's an Australian
I'm so
production.
sorry.
I'm so sorry. Can't remember her name. Jill is her first name. I do know that. She's the editor. She's great. She did a great job.
Yeah.
I mean, some of those scenes are half a second.
Oh, yeah.
If that.
I really like that they do that fast jumps when everything's kind of chaotic.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it gets very sweet and precious, they have a lot of long held shots, which I like. The editing itself is telling a story. And
Definitely.
I like that.
Definitely. And part of that, I do think, is we start in 1899 Paris. We meet Christian, who is a young writer. He meets these bohemians, this group of bohemians, super cute little group of cutie cutes, led by a real person,
Yeah.
Henri Marie Raymond de Toulouse-Lautrec Montfort, but everybody knows him as Toulouse-Lautrec.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are familiar with his art and just maybe the name.
Yeah.
The real person in the movie, portrayed by John Leguizamo.
So good.
He's really great.
He
And
spends the whole movie on his knees,
he-
which is amazing.
He does. And I was reading about the real Toulouse-Lautrec, and he actually was born. His parents were first cousins.
Oh, no.
So that led to a lot of birth defects right off the bat. And then when he was a child, he broke his right leg. And then a year later, he broke his left leg. And they were both set incorrectly. But by the time he had broken those, he had already started to grow. So actually, the portrayal in the film is pretty accurate. He had a full-sized torso and upper part of his legs, and then stunted lower legs.
Oh, wow.
So that is why he appears like that.
That's why he makes
the
a really great
movie.
sitar.
Yes, that's why he makes the perfect sitar. I was reading over the course of learning about this movie, reading and hearing some people say that they thought that portrayal was a little bit offensive, but I don't think they read up on the actual
Yeah.
situation, which he genuinely appeared like that in
Right.
real life. Anyway, this group of bohemians are writing a play, and they meet Christian. Christian was not a real person. He's made up for this. I'm sure there was a Christian. I'm sure someone along the line fell in love with someone at the Moulin Rouge.
Oh, yeah.
But
or several.
Yeah.
Right.
For our purposes, this is a made-up character. But anyway,
You're not supposed to fall in love with a stripper.
You're definitely not. Who sang that song?
I don't remember.
I can't either. But they stumble across him. They are very impressed with his writing. They ask him to help them write this play that they want to pitch to the Moulin Rouge, and they want to put it into production. So part of where I was getting at with all of that is that the editing leads to this kind of insanity because they drink a ton of absinthe. Yeah. And I don't know who out there has had absinthe, and I'm not talking the watered down stuff that they label absinthe. I'm talking real absinthe.
I've never had real absinthe.
Well, I lived in Holland for a semester, and I've had real absinthe.
Did you hallucinate?
Not really. I remember I genuinely don't recall the trip the way they say, but I also, that was, I think, 2007 or 2008. By then, absinthe may have still been kind of different. It may have been watered down a bit. It probably wasn't magic green fairy absinthe.
I can't imagine that they just kept selling that.
I have a cousin that I actually will talk about a little later in the episode. But they had one time when I was really young, under the drinking age, gotten a hold of some bootlegged absinthe in the States, and we took probably I think I took half a shot. I was really nervous to have it, and so I didn't feel anything out of the ordinary, but that was probably closer than maybe even what I had overseas, because I could have still been having something that was kind of mild. Anyway, whole point is they go over to the Moulin Rouge. Everything's kind of crazy. They're dancing the can-can. Things are going wild. The can-can.
Can I tell you something cool about the can-can?
Please.
Just the phrase can-can?
Yeah.
That's 19th century French slang for scandal.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Now I'm going to say that all the time when there's scandal. I'm just going to be like, can-can.
Ooh, can-can. I like that. All of a sudden, the number slows down. This beautiful woman drops out of the ceiling. Her name is Satine. She's the star of the show, played by Nicole Kidman. I'm so sorry, Christian is played by Ewan McGregor.
Charming as fuck.
Absolute twinkle in the eye. Beautiful little smile.
He's in his probably 30s playing a young man, and the childlike wonder, the innocence, he nails it.
I think he was 28 when they filmed this, and he's supposed to play 19 or 20.
Yeah, he just does that hopeless romantic,
Oh
like I said, childlike wonder, I think is the best way to describe his pureness, the character.
Very
and you
sweet.
don't question it. There's no question that is a sweet young man who's never...
But I've never been in love.
Right.
Yeah. So throughout the course of this whole mess, we find out that Satine's supposed to meet with a duke who is going to be an investor, Zidler, who is he runs the Moulin Rouge based on the actual guy who owned the Moulin Rouge, whose name was Zidler, but he had actually passed before 1899 when this is set. He's played by Jim Broadbent. So good.
Yeah.
Such a great character in the movie.
Yeah.
He says, "You're meeting with the Duke. I've arranged it." Meanwhile, Toulouse is saying, "You're meeting with Satine. I've arranged it." And then it's a very comedy of errors. Oh, is it him? Oh, is it him? And they're just missing each other. It's almost like an episode of Frasier. If you watch a lot of Frasier back to back, you'll realize every single episode is just that mistake could have been solved if you had just said that thing, but now it's a whole thing.
Now you have a whole episode.
Yes. Right. That's basically this. So this is just an episode of Frasier.
Yeah, they're basically just turning around and around in a circle. 1 minute, Satine is looking in the direction of where the Duke is supposed to be, and then they flip.
Yeah.
Because they're spinning around because they're still in the middle of a show. But every time that they move, the Duke and Christian sort of get mixed up with each other, like move around.
Essentially switching places. So every time she sees it, it's
She
Christian. Every
thinks
time
Christian
he sees
is
it,
the
it's
Duke.
the Duke.
Exactly.
Yeah, whoa, that's so crazy. So anyway, she eventually meets Christian up in her private boudoir.
Which is in an elephant.
In an elephant. And keep that in mind, please, because I have a lot to say about that elephant.
Yes.
So she's chatting with him. Again, there's this misunderstanding. He thinks he's about to pitch some poetry to her because he wants her to perform this play.
Well, that's what he thinks he's meeting her for.
Right. So he's about to pitch this play to her, and she thinks she's about to sleep with him so that
she's a courtesan.
So that he can be the investor for the Moulin Rouge. So it's this very funny, he's saying, well, you might want to sit, it's a bit long. And she's like, excuse me? Whoa, crazy. Finally, the way we come to this mutual understanding is he starts singing. His beautiful voice finally makes her come to this realization that, oh, you're talking about actual poetry. This is not a euphemism for anything. You're actually here to sing poetry to me or say poetry to me.
Too bad she already rolled around.
Oh my
on the
God,
floor,
it's very funny.
Orgasming
So,
while he's reading or reciting.
This was nominated for 8 Oscars. This movie was nominated for 8 Oscars, including Nicole Kidman was nominated for Best Actress. And
she did great.
She had to do so many different things. She has to cover truly every range of human emotions. And then this scene apparently was what they played at when they show the clip during the Oscar ceremony. This was what they showed, was her kind of rolling around, being like, screaming. This very funny breath work and whatever, where she's trying to seduce him and he's very uncomfortable just trying to
recite poetry
to her. But he starts singing. She's like, oh, wow, oops. But she still thinks he's the Duke.
Okay.
Then he's like, I'm not the Duke. I'm just a writer. The Duke actually comes in. It's this crazy thing. The point is, she does have to still entertain the Duke. They still need the investor, but she's finding herself falling in love with Christian. So they have to find a way that they can let their love blossom, but keep the Duke on the line and save the Moulin Rouge. Also get this production going because they've put all this work into it. They sort of trick the Duke into thinking that Christian is there to be a writer, and they do all this sneaking around. Eventually, the Duke does find out. Everybody knows, by the way, except the Duke. Also, the play they're writing is literally just the story, and the Duke still can't figure it out.
It is inside of the...
Yeah, so there's a play within a play called Spectacular. Spectacular within Moulin Rouge is based in India.
With a
sitar player, and I think she's still just called a courtesan.
And the Maharaja.
And the evil Maharaja. But what is interesting is Baz Luhrmann was inspired to write Moulin Rouge while he was in India. And he was watching a ton of
Bollywood stuff.
That
explains the diamonds are the girl's best friend, but it's Bollywood style, one performance.
Yes. Huh. So he really appreciated that Bollywood productions can be very earnest and very sincere, and that there's not like a wink to the camera or anything like that. They just are what they are. He kept saying it's not cool. It just is what it is, and he was hoping that Western audiences could get on board with something like that, and I'd say it's pretty successful.
I think it did.
Eventually the Duke finds out what is going on. He has a contract, by the way, that binds Satine to him, which is pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
He finds out what's going on, and during this really crazy number, I'd say it's probably the culmination of all these things happening at once, they perform Roxanne. All the songs, for anyone that is not familiar with this, all the songs are just reimaginings of popular music from all different times,
yeah.
So they do Roxanne by the Police, and there's this character called narcoleptic Argentinian.
I knew that's what you were talking about.
Who I think is extremely good looking.
Oh, well then.
He is singing Roxanne, telling the story of jealousy, and Christian is realizing that he can't be okay with fooling the Duke anymore. He wants their love to be out in the open. And so he's like, wait a minute. No, I don't want this anymore. And Satine is up in this crazy Gothic tower trying to fool the Duke. And then she sees Christian and she realizes, no, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to lie anymore. And the Duke sees all of this unfolding. Trigger warning, he does attempt to rape Satine once he figures out everything is going on. And we realize the Duke is capable of some really, really awful things. He's not just a smarmy little shit. He's actually like a violent, like bad, nasty person. He does not succeed because someone has, his name is Le Chocolat. He has exited the Roxanne situation. And I'm not sure what draws him there. I can't really figure it out. But he has some inkling that he needs to go check out what's going on. And he punches the Duke in the face. Anyway,
Thank goodness.
It's a lot of back and forth. You still got to tell Christian that you're not in love with him anymore because we still need the Duke to not shut down the Moulin Rouge. Satine, figure it out. Poor Satine.
So this is where she's now, up until this point, Christian and her have been in on everything together. All of the plans, all of the scheming.
Yes.
But now she realizes that she kind of has to scheme him too in order to save him, save herself, save the Moulin Rouge. So
Harry and the Hendersons.
Yeah.
I
didn't think about it.
Tell him to leave to save him. Yeah.
Go on, get
out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really sad.
It is sad.
And he's like, why? I don't understand. And she's like, just get out of here.
Romantic.
Yeah, he's in love with her.
Well, and she's real. She's realistic. I felt bad for her because in most situations like this, it's very much like the woman is choosing money and power and all of this. She's just choosing to survive. She just wants him to move on. She wants the Moulin Rouge. Her reasonings are not because she wants more diamonds, more money, more fame. She likes those things. And in the beginning, you kind of get the vibe that that's what her motivation is. But at this point, her motivation is just she doesn't want anyone to get hurt and she wants everyone to thrive.
Yep. Bear with me because I've got a lot to say about Satine later.
Okay.
She's the real tragedy in this story for sure. Even though Christian is centered as the tragic, love-stricken boy. You know what? A little bit of fuck Christian later, but
a little bit.
Not yet.
I actually was going to say that too.
Not yet. So for now, we're trying to get Christian out of here because the Duke has sent his henchmen to kill him. I mean, he said, if this boy gets in my way, I want him dead.
Yes.
And, everybody kind of knows what's been going on and they don't want Christian dead either. And there are some other dancers that are kind of bitches to Satine, but they don't want to see...
Legs in the air.
Yes, Nini legs in the air.
Which is a real dancer at the Moulin Rouge.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, fun. And the one that Satine's based off of is as well.
Yes, actually a lot of them were. A lot of them were. Yeah. So nobody actually wants to see anybody get hurt, So they are supportive of the, Christian, just go, man. Including the narcoleptic Argentinian who's like, don't fall in love with her. That's why he sings the Roxanne story. Mm-hmm. He's like, it's not going to end well. This is a big story of jealousy. Eventually, during the huge climax, okay, this is where I don't care for Christian. He sells all of his things, including his beloved typewriter, and he gets a fistful of money and he sneaks into the opening night of the production of Spectacular. It's going off without a hitch. The crowd is absolutely eating it up. Everyone looks beautiful. They're doing a great job. He sneaks on stage and backstage just starts grabbing Satine and demanding that she say it was never real and just disrupting the whole thing. Inappropriate timing. Being very aggressive, physically and emotionally. Hey, man, back the fuck up a little bit.
Also, nobody owes you an explanation as to why they don't want to be with you. Right or wrong, whatever her reasoning, you do not get to just demand that shit.
Especially
at that time
no.
period.
Except
the no, yes.
And
He also, can I say that
Yep.
earlier in the movie when they're on top of the elephant and he's trying to convince her, boy, oh boy, does he not let up. She says, I'm not into it.
Yeah.
It's not going to work for
Yeah.
me at least 20 times.
Yeah.
And he's like,
we
"But
should
baby."
be lovers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's like, well, we can't do that. And he's like, well, but we should though. And she's
And
like,
I mean, I guess I can kind of, if he does feel that she does want it, she is into him. But after a certain point, bro, say, all right, cool. You don't want this? Let me know if that changes.
I'm
And
right
walk
across. We can literally
away.
see each other. I'm right
Yeah.
across the street. If you change your mind, you know how I feel.
It's
No,
not
there's none
cute
of that.
either. Oh, aside from being ignorant, it's also not attractive. Sorry, guys, but it's not cute when you do that.
No.
It's much more attractive to be like, okay, thank you, and walk away instead of being like, well, you were fat anyway. Like,
Right.
we don't like that, guys.
Yeah. Like at the beginning, during that Elephant Love medley song, when he's pushing it and she's saying no thank you or whatever, it is a little, she's doing it with a smile on her face. It is
cheeky.
a little bit, I'm saying no because you're bad for business. There is this element of, it's not necessarily
It does
a
feel
hard
flirtatious.
no. Yes, it's a flirtatious back and forth.
But
But
she
it-
says it 100 times.
She really does. I mean, that doesn't matter. It's still a no. But for this circumstance in this musical, it's
Sure.
meant to be sort of this back and forth.
Sweet, yeah.
At this point, he is being downright
Yes.
unacceptably inappropriate.
absolutely.
This is a no-no.
You can see the immaturity in how he handles
100%, yeah.
his feelings.
Yeah. And Toulouse is up in the rafters, sort of trying to call down to him. She's trying to protect you. He's kind of figured it all out, and he sees that the henchman has a gun, and he's trying to protect him. Also, I'm so sorry. At no point have we mentioned that Satine is dying.
Oh, yeah, she's
she's
fully
been coughing up
dying.
blood this whole time. and
Tuberculosis?
She has tuberculosis, otherwise known as consumption. And Zidler knows. She at first did not know, but he eventually tells her when it is convenient for him to tell her. When she's getting ready to leave with Christian, Zidler says, oh, yeah, by the way, you're dying, so can you just stay and help us keep the Moulin Rouge? Zidler, I do think, really loves her,
Yeah.
but he's
also
a
what
pimp,
his priorities
basically.
are. Yeah, he's a
Mhm.
pimp.
So anyway, Christian is grabbing her. He's screaming at her. Eventually, the curtains open because the curtain people don't know what's going on. And it's supposed to be, I think, the big climactic ending number
Yeah.
of Spectacular, Spectacular. And she's on the ground. He's got her wrist in his hand. He's standing over her. And he just throws a wad of money in her face. And he says, I've paid my whore.
Yep.
In front of this whole, fuck him. And so she's absolutely bawling. He says, thanks for curing me of my love, and storms off stage. As he's walking out of the theater, she starts singing their secret song, which is Come What May, which is the only original song in the entire production. And although they wanted to nominate it for an Oscar, they couldn't because it was technically written for Romeo and Juliet. Which I think is fucked up because that's like, if it's written for a Baz Luhrmann movie, why can't Baz Luhrmann nominate it for one of it? It wasn't used in that movie at all. So why couldn't?
Because it's supposed to be an original. And I get it. I see both sides.
I do too, but I feel like they probably
Why did he have to tell?
wrote the bones of it.
I would have been like, shh, shh, shh. No one
right,
needs to
no,
know.
right. And they probably fleshed it out differently
You're
for
right.
this.
100%.
It's just kind of lame.
It
I
is.
think.
It is annoying.
In the same way that, you know,
technicalities.
you can't nominate something if it has a note that's from another production.
Now it kind of ruins original songs for me. Okay, but you just want the Oscar. Well, we can talk more about that when we talk about original songs.
So she starts singing their secret love song. Christian turns around. He starts singing it back. They're in love. Okay, fine. All is forgiven. And wow, all of a sudden, Christian's got the biggest darn smile on his face. All is forgiven. Sorry, I didn't throw money in your face and call you a whore in front of everyone. Ugh, what a dickhead. So then the henchman is still trying to kill them, by the way, and the Duke's like, do it, do it. Somehow the gun gets kicked around.
It's kind of hilarious.
It's very funny. It's like a ba 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 ba.
What's funny is it's so Three Stooges,
Yeah.
but it's a gun.
Yeah.
We're throwing a weapon around. It's silly, but when you think about it, it's so fucked.
I mean, the cast members are screaming.
Yeah.
They're very
Everybody's
scared of this gun, and then all of a sudden someone kicks it, and it flies out the window of the Moulin Rouge and like tinks off of the Eiffel Tower, and that's the end of the gun.
That's one of my favorite
really
things
funny.
about that movie is that they act like they're within touching distance of every other part of Paris.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
it.
And the moon can sing opera. So,
Yes, there's that. Yeah.
you know, bless it.
So good.
So they are in love. They kiss. She, I think, apologizes. I
sure.
can't. So they kiss. It's all forgiven. And then she just straight up dies.
She just fucking
That's
dies.
it. She dies.
But
the
can
end.
we talk about the editing again in that
Yeah.
moment? I know we kind of touched on this earlier. This whole movie is just rapid cuts, crash zooms, chaos, chaos, chaos. And then in this part, it's these long, there's only two areas. It's looking at him and looking at her.
Yes.
And it's very different from the rest of the movie. It's
Mhm.
much slower.
Mhm.
I know that we are mad at Christian.
Mhm.
Let's not forget that.
Yeah.
But this is kind of a beautiful moment.
Yes.
It's very, very sad.
Yeah.
And the movie feels different in that moment. It feels like a different movie. I
Yep.
like that they've separated the chaos of the underworld of the Moulin Rouge, the bohemian scene, and then this angelic, heaven-like time between the two of them. I found in this movie that there's a lot of, I don't want to say religious, but there is a lot of heaven and hell stuff happening. A lot of underworld references, a lot of
Yes.
that evil. And even in that last scene that we've just talked about, in the beginning of the scene, Satine is wearing a headdress that almost looks like horns, right?
Yes.
And there's other things about it that are very devilish. Now she's decided to confess her love for Christian. At that point, the headdress she's wearing looks like angel wings.
Huh. That's I hadn't noticed that, but I did notice when she starts singing her big I'm sad song,
Mhm.
the very first line is I follow the night, I can't stand the light.
Yeah.
Which is very underworldy.
Yes.
And they do refer to the Moulin Rouge as the underworld. a lot.
Yeah. I can't really decipher it, but I can tell that there's definitely some light and dark, evil and good.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of the duality is a big question in this.
Yeah, I'd noticed that first part about the headdress, but I hadn't
take a
really
look at it
thought
next time you
about-
can. It looks
That's
like
cool.
angel wings.
Yeah, okay, that's cool. And she's in all white,
Yep.
so it's very, peaceful and angelic.
Angelic.
And she's dying, and she's dead, and then she's dead.
Yeah.
So he's holding her in his arms. She's dead. Everybody's sad, but they did confess their true love to each other, so at least they get that closure. And that's kind of it.
Yeah.
We end with, it's a year later. He's writing, he's got a beard and a hat. Well, so that's how we know it's different. He's writing the story of their love because she asked him to go on and tell their story. And that's what he's doing. He's typing out the story of true love that never ends. And it ends with the end. But here's the thing, Christian, you're being a frickin' sad sack.
Yeah.
Like, bro,
You knew her for like 10 seconds. Calm down.
literally 10 seconds.
And I'm not saying that you can't know someone for a short amount of time and have them affect your life, but it's been a year. I'm not saying that you should just be like, I'm perfectly happy and wonderful and this doesn't affect me anymore. But you're not doing what she
I've
said.
been crying for a year.
She said to go on, to tell the story, not to live in it. Sad boy.
I mean, he's being very dramatic.
Very. There's a lot of drama queens in this.
So the two Oscars that this did win were art direction, specifically set,
Yeah. Deserves it.
and costume design,
Yeah.
which was really cool. So the thing that they did specifically for the can-can dancers was typically can-can dancers have a white petticoat underneath. Every single can-can dancer has a unique petticoat underneath. And what's very, very cool about that, which is going to lead me into my next segment about this movie, is that every can-can dancer got to choose the personality of their petticoat, which essentially was a representation of male fetishes.
Wow.
And they all had a name. So all the can-can dancers actually had a name in the movie. So there's Antoinette, which is obviously representative of Marie Antoinette, which is like a high-class can-can dancer. There's China Doll. So there's one that's kind of dressed in like silks. And they also wear these outfits outside of their can-can
scene.
Yes.
Dance. Yeah.
So like when they're just hanging around the Moulin Rouge, they're dressed kind of in this same style. So the China Doll is wearing a silky kimono and stuff like that.
I fucking love that it's not Can Dancer 1, Can because I could easily have just done that.
Yep. There's a French maid. There's a garden girl who's supposed to be this kind of hippie bohemian type can dancer.
What's the bigger lady called? I love her.
Oh,
She had a cool name.
Is she Pearly Queen?
No.
I'm not sure who she is. I know that
I'll figure
there's a little person and her name is Petite Princess.
Oh, I like that.
And she's actually dressed as a princess, which I had never noticed. And then there's Tartan, and so she's in a Scottish garb.
Oh, I remember the bigger lady.
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce the first word. It's M-O-M-E, like ma'am, I don't know. Fromage.
Oh, Mom Fromage, yeah.
Fromage.
Yeah, she's dressed like cake and candy.
And she is named
That's
Cheese.
Right. That's amazing.
That might be my spirit can dancer.
I love it. So here's where things get really interesting. There's a can dancer named Urchin, and she's dressed as a poor street girl.
Uh-oh.
And she's supposed to look like Eponine.
No kidding.
From Les Mis. So, this led me into a really interesting place with Les Mis.
Is this going to be your connector?
Yes.
I have a thing I want to say about Moulin Rouge. Do you want me to wait?
No.
So the necklace that Satine is wearing at the end, which is a big part of the movie, they do a whole diamonds thing. Diamonds are a big thing in this. So
They're
at the
a girl's
end,
best friend.
yes. So at the end, she's adorned with this extravagant piece of jewelry. This necklace was the most expensive piece of jewelry ever created for a film up until that point.
Yes.
It was designed by Stefano Cantori, an Australian jeweler, well known. 1,308 diamonds, 134 carats, estimated worth of $1 million at that time.
I wonder what $1 million now is. Probably more.
Depends on who it's going to. Oh,
Hey!
sad because it's true. Money means nothing. It's all fake.
Burn it. Well, okay. Yeah, let's talk about money.
Let's
and
do
let's talk
it.
about street urchins. And let's talk about Eponine. And let's talk about how Les Mis, full of street urchins,
Yeah.
and Moulin Rouge might be connected.
I thought you were going to say it.
And I don't, what?
I thought you were going to say that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
okay.
excited.
So here's my theory that I was just kind of bumbling around with, that the more I started digging into it, I don't know, kind of might hold some water.
Okay.
Okay, so we're given Christian as this lead character, this sympathetic, sad boy who's this tragic tale of tragedy, lost love, yada, yada, right? But if you start paying attention, I think Satine is probably the real tragic figure at the heart of this tale. She has this song, Someday I'll Fly Away, and it's basically, this sucks. My body is sold for money. I'm having as much fun with it as I can, but that's because I'm in a Baz Luhrmann movie, not in a Victor Hugo story.
No.
But her life is really bad. And when you start to break her down, she sort of becomes a full representation of the story of Les Mis as a whole. So even just her name, Satine, when written, is basically Fantine's name. Because we pronounce it Fantine, but it's spelled with an A. So it kind of
They look exactly the same.
looks exactly the same. So here is what I have to say about this. Satine lives in an elephant. I don't know that she lives there, but that's where she hangs out and does all of her business. I don't know if that's her boudoir, her regular bedroom. I know she's got a dressing room, but it seems like she is in that elephant a lot.
I think she dwells there.
So there's also a plaster elephant in Les Mis.
Mm-hmm.
And I won't steal all your thunder if you're going to talk about that
A little,
plaster
but
elephant.
go ahead.
But that's a real thing.
Yeah.
And it was proposed by Napoleon. And that plaster mold is just a place setter for a statue that he wanted to be built. And he wanted it to be made out of bronze from captured cannons of their enemies.
Yep.
Well, Satine's elephant is bronze.
Okay.
But in Victor Hugo's novel, he has Gavroche, that little boy.
Gavroche.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know how to say his name.
If you ever disrespect Gavroche
he's so
in this house again.
Beautiful little boy.
Thank you.
He has him living in that elephant, and it's just disgusting in there. And while Satine's elephant is not disgusting, she is representative of the underworld and basically the underclass. So that's something.
That's interesting.
And on top of that, she is relentlessly pursued by any number of people, giving her a Jean Valjean-esque life where she's constantly running away from people for seemingly fucking nothing.
Right.
Her transgressions are basically a loaf of bread.
Right.
She's done nothing. All she's trying to do is survive. All she's trying to do is not live starving on the streets. And she's treated like basically a criminal if she doesn't do what people want.
Right.
At the end, when Toulouse is dressed as the sitar and he's trying to get Christian's attention to
save
alert
him.
him, alert him
shot,
that the henchman is coming to kill him. He can't remember his line from Spectacular, Spectacular. And all of a sudden he remembers his line, and it's the greatest thing is to love and to have been loved, or whatever the pitch, the big line from the whole play is. That doesn't do shit for Christian, but what it does is it gets Satine's attention.
Mm-hmm.
And it becomes this rally cry for Satine to rebel against the forces that are at play and the people that are trying to keep her down here. And she, like the student uprising and like the French Revolution, actually does it. She actually faces them and dies for it.
Wow.
Okay?
Shit.
And then this last one's a little weaker, but her father figure, which is Zidler, does keep the truth from her for a very, very, very long time, which means she's kind of got this Cosette element to her as well.
That is so interesting. Did you discover this or did this come to you?
I was high and it came into my brain.
Thank the Lord for drugs because
God bless
that's
weed.
Really, really interesting.
Yeah, thanks. It started with that elephant, which I thought was a really interesting tie-in.
They
both have this very tall, very and the elephant's not a big part of Les Mis at all. No. It's just sort of this thing that you see.
Well, it's same kind of in Moulin Rouge in that it's there, but nobody's ever saying, hey, look at this fucking crazy elephant thing. They also clearly, they just represent this opulence gone awry.
Yes,
right?
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, the one in Paris was filled with homeless children. At that time, the streets were riddled with children that had nobody taking care of them. So Gavroche, people like Gavroche existed, and this hollow elephant kind of made a perfect hiding place for these kids to reside. Also, like you stated, this wasn't the permanent thing. This was a temporary situation that was supposed to be temporary, and it just crumbled. It rotted. It's plaster. It was not made to stand the test of time. It was there for a long time. I can't remember exactly when it came down. I have that later. I want to say
1847, I think. Yeah, something like that.
We do this every time. Every time we have an episode, we pick movies, we pick whatever. They don't even mean to, but they always connect in some way or another. I have an interesting kind of fan theory that I heard about the connection here. And then this kind of will work us into Les Mis. Mm-hmm. So that's perfect. So the fan theory that I heard is Moulin Rouge could be a sequel to Les Mis.
Ooh.
That after Jean Valjean dies, Cosette gives birth to a son and Cosette dies. in childbirth. Marius raises this boy who then becomes obsessed with love and loss because of the story of his parents, his mother dying, all of that. The boy then becomes Christian.
Drama runs in his blood.
Yes. He's the writer in Moulin Rouge, haunted by his parents' tragic love and drawn to the bohemian scene of the Montmartre, how do you pronounce it? Montmartre district. So.
Wow. I like that.
Yeah, it's also far-fetched as hell,
Totally.
but it's interesting to think. I mean, and the time would be right? Because that was all Revolution and this is post.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it would...
Christian would have been born in like 1879.
And Les Mis, well, yeah, I guess that would be a little late. Because Les Mis ends in 1842.
Okay.
So she waited 28 years to have her.
Well, but she's
27.
only what? Like...
She's a child.
Yeah.
She's like 16 probably.
Yeah. So...
It's
possible. As fast as things move. However, she probably was popping kids up by 17.
I'm assuming she was pregnant as soon as they got married.
But he could be, that could have been his grandparents.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
It could have just been a family thing.
Mm.
I like that. That's interesting.
Let's take a break.
Okay.
Well, I guess that then brings us to our next film, which is Les Misérables. I'm sorry, I'm going to pronounce things really weird. The first thing I wrote down about this movie is the message of this film is give grace, but you don't have to fucking kill yourself over it. Jeez, drama queen.
It's just bread.
Like, you literally did a good thing. Calm down. Anyway, so my relationship with Les Mis began, it's one of my earliest memories. Wow. When I was little, my mom used to take my sister and I to see a lot of shows, Broadway, off-Broadway, whatever, lots of theater. When I went to see Les Mis the first time, my feet didn't touch the floor in the theater.
Oh.
I was literally sitting on the edge of my seat. 6, 7,
That's so cute.
Maybe. My sister's 3 years older than me. We dressed up in our like Sunday best, took the train into Philly from our suburb, and my mom slept on the train there and back. She also slept through Les Mis. My mom worked crazy shifts and she was also going to school full time. So pretty much when we were together, she was asleep. I remember having to be like, Mom, you're driving. Open your eyes, please. Anyway, I remember sitting there with my sister on the edge of our seats in full tears. It completely moved these two little girls that there's no way we understood exactly what was going on. But we were in tears. I remember waking up my mom to be like, Mommy, it's so beautiful.
Oh.
It really was. And I've seen it in different theaters from large scale to small scale productions. I'm gonna go under with my estimation and say 10 times.
Wow.
It's probably been more like 20.
That's crazy.
When this movie came out, I went to see it alone on Christmas because, now I know that sounds really sad, but I was doing normal Christmas things. I just decided to do this on purpose because it being so meaningful to me, and I knew it was going to be the musical and not just the film, not just the story. I knew that I needed to see it by myself so I could really process it and feel all the things that I knew I was going to feel. And also, if it sucked and they ruined my favorite musical, I think I needed to do that on my own, right?
Totally.
Well, I ended up crying the whole time, obviously.
Of course.
I was so moved, and then I had to stand over the trash can and collect myself.
Oh.
I remember people walking by me after the movie like, what's wrong with this girl? And I'm like, did you not just watch what I watched? Why are you not feeling things right now? But I was messed up over it for sure. And that's why I chose it, as much as it's, I like to be edgy and find the cool thing. And when we were doing musicals, I definitely didn't want to pick Les Mis, but I ended up doing it just because of my relationship with it. It is probably one of the most popular musicals that exists, but it means a lot to me.
Yeah.
So Les Mis, it takes place over 3 different time periods. It's set 1815 to 1842. It starts pre-French Revolution and ends at the very beginning of the French Revolution. This movie sat in development hell for 10 years. Nobody would pick it up because of the nature of it and how intense it must have been to commit to doing this. And we know that it was an intense thing,
Covers so much ground.
so much. 2 of the 4 screenwriters were also part of the playwrights. There was one other playwright. The 2 that were involved in the screenwriting were Schoenberg and Boublil, who I've never heard of, but he wrote the lyrics. The first scene is supposed to be, they wanted to just blow you away out the gate, and I feel like they really did.
It's so epic.
It is epic. That's the perfect way to describe it. It's filmed in the Portsmouth Naval Dockyard, so it's already in this really historical place, and then they used special effects to put that ship that is being pulled by men into this dockyard. That's the only part of the movie that wasn't performed live.
Wow.
They did record that ahead of time because of all the rushing water.
Sure.
But other than that, the entire movie is filmed live, the live singing, which is
That's awesome.
Absurd. It's unheard of. That was the first time that it was done to that extent.
I mean, that's crazy. Like, I'm going to say it right now. Fuck anybody that does that. All the people that blast this movie, just shut up.
Yeah, clearly you missed the point, is what I'd say to those people.
I don't want to hear it. It's amazing. I don't care if everybody, whatever. It doesn't matter. A lot of people have a lot of nasty shit to say. I think it's great. And just the heart that everyone is putting into it. And now to know, I didn't know that it was all done live. That's insane.
That's how you're getting what you're getting.
Yeah.
And I've heard people say that the singers weren't good. They didn't know what they were singing. They didn't know because they were off. I'm sorry. That's the whole point. So when you're in prison during this time and you're doing manual labor and you're being tortured, now I want you to sing for me, buddy.
Right.
And you better stay perfectly in the tempo of what I've pre-recorded. No, that's not reality. It needed to be done this way. So there's a term, it's called recitative, I think is how it's pronounced. It's basically a style of delivery where the singer has the freedom to adopt like rhythms and delivery of ordinary speech. And that was the whole idea. So if you don't get that, sorry, you're dumb. Next. So the way that they did it, this is actually, I'm going to spend a lot of time talking about this because of how unique it is. So obviously these people are trained, but they're not just a cappella-ing it. There is a piano player in a sound booth.
Wow. And
he is playing directly into the actor's earpiece. Whoa. Nobody else can hear this piano, just the actor. And the piano player can hear the actor singing. Whoa. So they are literally working together. There is a conductor conducting the piano. Whoa. He also is hearing these things. So what's happening is there's a relationship being formed between the actor, the conductor, and the pianist that are all working together, and this allows the actor to lead. Yeah. Right? So that the actor can do things like what Hugh Jackman does right out the gate with Jean Valjean. He's not singing to anything pre-recorded. They're playing it together. It's magic. Wow. It's literally magic. So it was all live mixed too. Wow. Which I barely know anything about sound, and that just sounds exhausting to me. Yep. Constantly adjusting things on set to make the sound perfect. For example, the scene with Eponine singing On My Own in the rain. Mm-hmm. The first time they tried to do it, the rain was touching all of the plastic, all of the metal, all of the things, even their covers, because they have to wear tarps or what do you call it, ponchos. Yeah. So they had to drape everything that was covered in plastic to protect it from rain in a sheet now to stop the plastic sound. Wow. It's like they constantly working. This is one of those movies that's like, it's like Hereditary in the attention to detail, but you're not seeing it. It's all behind the scenes. Yeah. It's really insane. I can't stress enough how intense that must have been. So the first people that you meet, obviously, are Jean Valjean and Javert. Jean Valjean is played by Hugh Jackman, and Javert is played by Russell Crowe. Shortly after that, you're going to meet...
More like Hugh Jacked, man. Am I right?
Hugh Jacked, man. Yeah, he is. But I'll get to him and all his stuff. But first, I wanted to say that the bishop in the movie is the original Jean Valjean, the first Jean Valjean. That the song "Bring Him Home" was written for his voice. This man has the voice that other tenors have tried to model themselves after for years. They got him to do the bishop, which is just very precious to me, aside just from the sweet relationship between the two of them in the film. Just this loving moment of passing the torch to the new Jean Valjean.
Quite literally, the candlesticks.
You're totally right. And musical people are an interesting breed that it is a very ceremonious thing to be doing this. It's not just like, oh, cool, there's the guy who played this too. This is your idol. You're looking up to them. So that was really big for Hugh Jackman to have that.
That comes up. I just want to say it so we don't forget. That comes up in Cats too at some point.
Yeah.
Dame Judi Dench had previously wanted to perform in
she was
Cats
cast.
and couldn't do it.
Yes,
so
exactly.
she got kind of...
She got to redeem herself a bit.
Redemption. That's the word I was looking for.
Which is a big theme of all of these films.
Totally.
So Hooper, who directed this, said that if Hugh Jackman didn't exist, he wouldn't have made the film.
Ooh.
Even though he didn't know that he was going to cast Hugh Jackman. Once he found him, that was when he realized that he was going to follow through with this. He was sure. Before that, he wasn't. Also, according to everybody else on set, Hugh Jackman's presence alone made everybody step up their game and just be the best versions of themselves. I didn't really realize till today how strict Hooper was as a director. They weren't allowed to drink for the whole time shooting because of their voices. He was very, very, very strict on the things that they had to do, and too strenuous, stressful, and sometimes what seems to me like maybe abusive almost, but it was really this is an intensive project.
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman actually, while filming this, kind of lived as if he were in prison for 19 years, in that he did manual physical labor for 3 hours every day in the gym. And he would say afterwards, oh, well, just imagine doing that for 19 years. That was his motivation to get through it. 36 hours without water before he did shoots so that his eyes would look sunken and his skin would be sticky and dull. No coffee, no dairy, 8 hours of sleep every single night. Hot water with lemon is all he had to drink, and he had to take vocal rest days that lasted days. He couldn't talk to his family at all for days. Through training for his role, though, Jackman was able to extend his range from a high baritone to a tenor.
Oh, nice.
He did lose 35 pounds for this. Yeah. Just a handful of other people who were supposedly either considered or tried out for this role: Warren Beatty, Tom Cruise, Robert De Niro, Michael Douglas, Richard Dreyfuss, Harrison Ford, Mel Gibson, Gene Hackman, Tom Hanks, Dustin Hoffman, William Hurt, Kevin Kline, Jack Nicholson, Al Pacino, Robert Redford, Christopher Walken. These were people, apparently, when this casting call came out, everybody became a singer. Everybody was like, oh, I sing. Yeah.
I would be, on Saturday Night Live when they do those funny casting calls.
Yeah.
I would really be interested in seeing the real casting calls for some of those guys, because I feel like it would be similar to a Saturday Night Live.
Yeah. Could you imagine Christopher Walken singing?
I think it would be
Tom Cruise.
Really strange, some of those.
Right, exactly.
I don't know.
I think everybody just wanted it so bad that everybody was throwing their... Hugh Jackman said, I've never seen my agent so excited about a role.
Wow.
So everybody wanted this. Fantine, that's Anne Hathaway plays Fantine in this. I mean, I was not really excited about Anne Hathaway here. Give her, she was cool, but I wasn't blown away by her until I saw this. Her performance of Dream to Dream is otherworldly. Yeah. I've never seen anything like it in my life. She actually cut her hair in that scene. There was a person chopping
her
her
hairdresser
hair.
Dressed in a wig,
drag,
right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, And she took that as a gift. She was like, I get to do that. I can build this character. I can so much more. I'm so grateful that I have long hair that I can chop off for this role.
Okay, but like how committed was she? Did they really pull her teeth too?
No.
Okay.
And she also didn't have to wear any gross prosthetic teeth. She was the only one who got to color her tooth.
Okay, I was going to say they did some excellent teeth work, dental work in this movie.
They certainly did. I saw that Hugh Jackman had basically just a little film that he wore over his teeth that was just crusty and yellow and gross.
You can almost hear his nasty teeth in Look Down. Like,
I know.
It's crazy. Not in a bad way,
No.
like not in a take you out of the movie way, but just in a you've got disgusting teeth kind of way.
Yeah. There's a lot of that. When Fantine is dying, it's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
It's very disturbing. And not just in a somebody's dying. It's gruesome. It's really, really
A
gruesome.
lot of noises happening and
Yes.
bodily functions. Yeah.
Well, she also
sense.
lost a ton of weight for this role, 25 pounds,
Wow.
15 of which were in the last 2 weeks. So she lost 25 pounds in 5 weeks, 15 at the very end.
Yeah, she looks really skeletal.
Yeah, she does. She even said that, well, I'll read the quote. She said, "If I'd stopped and thought about what I was really doing, it would have felt too hard. Any suffering I was feeling as she would have felt it, which is an instant transformation." So she probably would have been like, this is unhealthy and a bad idea. But she wasn't doing it in her mind. She was doing it in Fantine's.
Yeah.
It's wild. I can't lose weight for me, let alone a role. So Anne Hathaway won an Oscar for this role, and this is the only sung through performance to get a Best Actress nod.
Oh, wow.
From the Academy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I believe there's some Best Male, Best Actor, and I believe there is from way back when a completely silent role. And no dialogue,
that's cool.
no singing. Yeah.
By the way,
remember. I think it was in the 80s, something in the 80s.
If anybody doesn't know, sung through just means there's absolutely no dialogue in the musical.
Correct.
There's no spoken words in the musical at all. It's
Well,
there
is
the whole plot.
but in her role,
right.
But
Even in this production, there's
like
maybe
5
two.
words.
It's very.
It's enough that they're
limited.
not calling it an operetta.
Okay.
So it isn't technically fully sung.
Like in Moulin Rouge, there's a lot of
talk.
dialogue,
Yeah.
and then they break into song.
Mhm.
I think that's what a lot of people think of when they think. Well,
Music.
whatever. I think people think of a lot of things when they think musicals. What am
Yeah.
I talking about? But with this, things like Hamilton as
Yeah.
well are sung through.
Yes.
Cats, is what we're
Yes.
about to talk about, is also a sung through musical. So that's what that means.
Yeah.
That's all.
Thank you for that.
Yep.
Okay, so just a few of the people who were considered / tried for this role, not nearly as many. Amy Adams. Ugh. Sorry.
Oh, I like
Amy Adams, Jessica Biel, Marianne Cotillard.
Cotillard. She's in Inception.
Oh, okay. Kate Winslet, Emily Blunt, and Rebecca Hall. They were all
Rebecca
considered.
Hall.
Anne Hathaway's mother was a stand-in for Fantine.
Oh.
So they say she was brought up in the dressing room.
Wow.
This was really important to her to
Sure.
get for familial reasons. Javert is played by Russell Crowe.
My man.
I love Russell Crowe. I think he's a really good actor.
I love Russell Crowe.
I think he's bad in this.
But,
Okay.
like, whatever.
Hear me out.
But whatever.
Okay, hear me out. I like him as Javert. I don't think he's good for live singing. He's a fine stage singer. He's a wonderful stage singer. As a matter of fact, I would gladly see a musical with him on stage. I just don't think that he was cut for live singing like the other ones were. He didn't, but he's an underactor. It's his thing. And I think he maybe underplayed the character.
I just think it works.
Okay.
I really do just think it works.
I'm not mad at it. I just don't love it.
Yeah.
It's definitely not up there with Hugh Jackman and
It's
Anne Hathaway.
For sure not. They are.
How could you compete?
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of maybe where I am with it.
I see.
They have so much that they're trying to say, and I feel like the character of Javert is a very passionate, driven, dramatic character, but he's also reserved in a lot of ways. Kind of, he's a strict person. He's a man of the law. He's got the way he does things, and that's the way it is. And I feel like he exudes that. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey.
But also, I am not a Les Mis head in the way that you are, so I haven't seen a ton of other
Javert
portrayals.
They're
of
all
Javert.
pretty much like that.
Okay.
So that's fair.
So that's I feel like the vibe I'm getting from him is the vibe I'm supposed to be getting.
So the issue that
from
I
him.
have is I don't like Javert.
Totally fair.
I don't dislike Javert. I said that when we were talking earlier about this. I think he is very conflicted. He says he comes from this. He was born in a jail. It's clearly something he's rebelled against his whole life. And now he's torn. So much so.
Boy, he gets ate
that
up.
he fucking kills himself over it.
Really?
Which is a bit extreme. But he takes his own inability to catch Valjean as him being a good guy. He's like, well, I guess I've given grace. Yeah, and that's not a terrible thing, dude.
Yeah. It was bread.
It was fucking bread.
One loaf of bread.
Crazy shit. I will give you one thing about his performance. Anne Hathaway said that when he's arresting Fantine, it gave her chills as the actress. So that's got to say something.
I feel, I hear what you're saying, but I do feel like there's no lack of chemistry with him and the rest of the cast.
Agreed.
I think he really sells... he sells it as a little spy when he's being a little spy. I don't know. I agree. I enjoyed it. Maybe it's because I love Russell Crowe.
You have a thing for the man.
I do.
Did you hear that he had a divorce auction?
No.
He threw an auction when he got divorced, apparently. I only know this because his part of his costume from this was in the auction.
Oh, okay.
But I was like, that just kind of sounds like something he would do, so that's fine.
I'm gonna have to go ahead and read up on that.
Yeah, I think you should. Let me know.
Yeah, I heard that someone has a theory that Russell Crowe really went off the deep end, quote unquote, because apparently someone told him on the red carpet that Al Qaeda once threatened him specifically, and apparently that just sort of made him feel some type of way, and that's when he started taking really strange roles and started being the Russell Crowe that we all know now as like kind of a goofball.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe that was the divorce auction was after that. Who knows? And who knows if that story is true? I don't know. But I kind of like
I think I've heard that.
His pre and post Russell Crowe personality.
Yeah. Oh, Russell.
I just think I at this point he's turned into this sort of, like many of these actors as they get older, this kind of goofball that I just am charmed by.
For me, it's
the
everybody
decisions
that
he's
gets
making.
older.
Yeah.
So, I just think that I should say this. My husband's celebrity crush is in this. Do you know who Hannah Waddingham is?
No.
So she's blown up since this movie. She's been in Ted Lasso. She has a very strong role in Ted Lasso and some other things. You may have seen her in the Love Boat commercials. She plays a factory worker next to Fantine. She's in it for like this much time, but that's, if I'm allowed to have crushes on every actor, my husband should be allowed as well.
Absolutely. And good for her.
Yes, she's gorgeous. Whore number one, the most spectacular whore, was the original Eponine in the West End production and London's West End. I think she was also in the Broadway production too.
I love this. I love casting the old cast as
so many
bit parts, and
so many of the cast
really
members were West End Broadway theater actors, Olivier winning actors.
Cool.
For example, in the factory scene, there's another woman in that who is currently playing Fantine.
Wow.
And it was sweet because in her interview she was like, Anne Hathaway said she's excited to be part of the Fantine Club, so I guess I am in the Fantine Club too. It's like, yeah, more so than Anne Hathaway even.
That's neat. We're not to this yet, but and I'm so sorry, I don't know his name or how to pronounce it, but the student that's sort of leading the students with the red coat,
Angela. It's
yes,
ENJOLRAS.
Yes, the actor that plays him, Aaron Tveit. I think that's how you say it. He is currently Christian in the stage production of Moulin Rouge. So that's awesome. Pretty cool.
On that note, Enjolras was portrayed by Joseph Quinn in the PBS BBC One 2018 series. Fun. There's so many little things like this. I love it. So Eponine is played by Samantha Barks. She is all stage. This was her first venture into film. She was cast in this. Well, she was told that she was cast in this after a performance of Oliver, where she was in. She was on stage, and the producer came out and publicly announced that she had been cast in the film. It was like a life-changing moment. It was kind of beautiful and super moving. Other people that were considered for this were Leah Michele, Evan Rachel Wood, Taylor Swift, rude, Hayden Panettiere, Scarlett Johansson, Emily Browning, Lucy Hale. I don't know who that is.
She's been in some Dan Stevens movies. That's all I know.
And apparently Miley Cyrus tried out for the role.
Oh.
No.
Looks what? I'm just saying she kind of
I could see
is reminiscent of her like looks.
Hayden Panettiere and Taylor Swift, if anything, they give me more Cosette vibes.
Totally.
Very strange. Some of them did cross over and try for both roles. Samantha Barks, who played Eponine, was discovered as a finalist for a singing TV program.
Oh,
That's where she started her career after that.
Interesting.
So Cosette, played by Amanda Seyfried, who has said about her role that she doesn't feel like she was as strong as she should have been for that role. But I thought she hit the mark.
She sounds like a little tiny songbird.
And you know what? Cosette is described as a lark in the book.
Well, there you go. Which, by the way, I'm glad you kind of said something about the book, because to all the people out there that are blasting this film, I think it's interesting that this film apparently more closely follows the book more closely than any stage production does.
Yes.
Apparently the stage productions have mixed around the song order a little bit and cut out.
Well, they don't even ever show Lamarck's funeral ever in any stage production.
So there you go.
It's only suggested.
I think it's cool that the movie follows the novel more closely, and I think that gives it the weight that all of these people that are criticizing the film for being really dense and heavy and too serious. Well, this is a really, really, really serious novel. Victor Hugo, there's a quote by him that's basically like, as long as there's injustice and suffering in the world, this is relevant.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be, you know?
Musicals, it's just a part of the thing. They lack in that emotional exchange with the audience. That's just the nature of musicals. I mean, I don't, this wasn't supposed to be a reproduction of the stage version.
Right.
This was its own thing. Just happened to use the music.
Yeah.
I think you can tell that I love it. I was going to say, I already said it, that the novel describes Cosette as a lark, which I think she embodies that kind of perfectly.
I do too.
Other people who were thought about this role, Lucy Hale again, Hayden Panettiere, Emma Watson. Again, I could see Emma Watson more as an Eponine. Shailene Woodley, same. Miranda Cosgrove, Emily Marie Palmer. Lily Reinert, I could see that. She's from Riverdale.
Oh.
Portia Doubleday, I don't know who that is. And Danielle Hope, I don't know who that is.
I don't know who most of those people are.
Marius is played by Eddie Redmayne.
Yeah.
Hooper said that Eddie would have been dream casting for him, but he just didn't assume that he had the ability to sing like that.
Oh.
And Eddie sent him an iPhone video.
I think he does a really nice job.
He does a gorgeous. He has a lovely falsetto.
Yeah.
That high, managing to hit those really high notes and very softly. That's impressive.
Yep.
I think he's a fucking asshole for falling in love during a revolution.
Yeah, man, get your priorities straight,
my
bro.
God, that's I think the most annoying thing about this story is how, and I get it, whatever. It's like the hope amongst all of that, but how much everybody's like, man, we've got this big thing to do, and he's like, oh, I just saw her, and I'll never get over it. And everybody else is like, bro, we're kind of dealing with something here. And he's like, how will I ever live without her?
I saw her one time.
I literally saw her face, and now I'm in love. Whatever.
That is one of my...
I think in the book, there's a little more time.
Sure. I mean,
obviously.
One would hope. But that is one of my favorite things about musicals and musical theater is the passage of time and the forgiveness we give to how quickly things happen.
Develop, for sure.
One example that I had written down was when Jean Valjean realizes that Marius and Cosette are in love, and he's like, I've got to meet this guy. And he truly just lays eyes on Marius sleeping and is like, he is my son. I must protect him at all costs. He's the most serious, devoted father to this boy he's never spoken to once.
Right.
Ever. And saves his life and is like, literally marry my daughter, take care of her, bye.
Right.
And it's like, dude, you just met him 4 minutes ago. But it's a musical, so we're into it.
Well, and also the way that everyone's just like, Cosette's just this little porcelain doll that doesn't get to know anything that's going on. And like, don't tell her any of the things.
We find out the truth
when
God
dad?
says we get to.
No, right? Did dad just disappear? And he crawled into the woods. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't ask any questions. Jeez Louise. Okay, well, we already talked about Enjolras. What a name.
Yeah.
I really like that character a lot.
I do too.
Really do.
His death is a really glorious death. The way it's really beautiful how he falls out the window tied to the red flag.
I know.
And, it's really nice.
That and little Cosette are the things that you envision. Him on top of the barricade with the flag, or baby Cosette with the wind kind of blowing with the flag behind her. Those are the images of Les Mis. Yes. Some of the original elaborate costumes, like his coat in the original production, not in the movie. This would have been the original West End production. The fabric and things that they used to make it were supplied by the British royal family.
Wow.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting little fact that it wasn't just his either. It was several of the original things, which it still exists. I mean, they still use that coat.
Oh, wow.
The only thing that I think that they don't reuse or resize is wigs. From what I understand, but I could be wrong about that.
For sanitation reasons, I'm fine with that.
And they don't want it moving when you're dancing.
Yeah,
so it's going to be it's
got to be personalized.
Modified. Yeah. The set of Old Paris was the Diagon Alley set from Harry Potter, but they've changed it up. They wanted to actually film in a street in Paris, but after the Revolution, they widened the streets in Paris because it was too convenient it was so narrow that all of the people that lived in those buildings were throwing their furniture down and helping these people build
too easy to barricade.
Yeah, exactly. Just kind of harboring people in their houses and stuff. So Paris literally widened their streets after the Revolution. So they filmed it on the soundstage. The set designer said that the hardest part was getting her staff to not use straight lines because they wanted it to look like it was crumbling and falling. If you look at the actual, it looks kind of like the Flatiron Building where the cafe where the ABC club meets.
Yes.
What are they called? Friends of the ABC. It looks like it's leaning. It looks like it's about to fall over completely. It was trying to get them to step outside of that box of they're talented and really good architects and, construction people. Yeah. And she's like, make it bad, please.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I think it's sweet. I already just said that they show Lamarck's funeral, which they never, I've seen it. I've never seen never seen it on stage. It's only suggested. So much so that I didn't even really realize that was part of it until I'd seen it maybe 5 or 6 times because I was so young.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't pick up a lot of those things, and Lamarck didn't even register to me until
I mean, they say his name one time in one song.
Yep.
He's not
It's a really important thing to not say louder.
Yeah, it really is, because he is
He's kicking off the revolution.
Yes, yeah.
Right.
He is the catalyst for these boys doing the thing they're doing. And it's like, hey, Lamarck's sick in a song, that's it. And
hey,
then in the movie,
they show
it's like, okay.
The funeral's really rad. And they actually use the funeral procession to begin at least like the statement of we're revolting, right?
They start singing. And,
and I think they're standing on his cart.
They jump on the casket cart. Yeah. Wow. It's a ballsy move, boys.
Ballsy for sure. So the barricade is pretty neat. That was built by the actors in time. So basically, the plan was for the scene, they were going to have the actors build this barricade and then cut. And then there was a pre-made barricade that they were going to assemble there. But they did such a good job building this barricade that they just reinforced it. And they used that barricade. They scrapped the other one altogether. The filming of the barricade scene is wild. It was like a free-for-all. They put all the cast and crew into period pieces so that they could just film everything. And they were basically like, okay, build a barricade and action.
Wow.
And everyone was just running, throwing furniture out of things. There was crew members who are in the movie because they were there when that was happening and they were caught on camera. That's why everybody was wearing costumes, whether they were in the movie or not.
So smart, because it really lends that genuine
intent, the
feeling
immediacy.
Really, this has to happen right now. They're coming. I don't know. That's awesome. It doesn't feel choreographed.
Not at all.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And I think that the actors even said it helped them not have to act.
Yeah.
It felt real. It felt scary.
Yeah.
It felt intense. It felt like the immediacy was there. So,
neat.
They push a piano out of a window in that scene.
Yep.
And I was watching a behind the scenes of it, and you can hear the chaos that's going on out downstairs from where they're gonna push the piano because they're currently building a barricade.
I cry when they push that piano.
I know, it's very, very sad. And even the set designer was like, I don't think she was set designer. I think she was just the designer of everything. She was like, there was some really nice furniture.
It's not even just because of RIP to the piano, but just because everyone's in and they're just everybody's
Can you imagine
giving their all. And
you've maybe been carrying this piano around as your family heirloom or what have you, and things are so intense that you're like, push it out there. We've got to fucking build a barricade.
Everybody's in for the cause until the boys need in, and then everybody's closing the window on them.
So apparently Hooper does this a lot. He does a lot of live running action sequences for that sense of immediacy, and boy, it really does work.
Except when it doesn't in 2019.
Okay, so can you believe that this long ass fucking movie was originally going to be 4 hours?
I can. I'm shocked it's not. Here's what I was thinking as I was
a two-parter.
Yeah, as I was watching this as I was watching it with a more critical eye. One, I'm shocked they shoved as much in as basically the running time for Les Mis is pretty much the running time for Moulin Rouge. And in Moulin Rouge, it's like boy meets girl and boy fight, girl dies, boy's sad. The end.
Right.
And here it's like, let's cover lifetimes, revolutions.
I mean, it's set in 3 different time periods.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
And it's 2.5 hours long, which is impressive. I mean, they do the, like we were talking about, musical thing where you speed through time at a crazy rate.
Right.
But which I will say, I do think stage productions do that a little better than film productions do, because you can kind of watch the stage.
That, you see it, the rotation of and
they
set.
Sometimes do like sunrise, sunset in the background of things happening, or leaves blow across the stage. Right. So you're like, oh, a season has changed or whatever.
Yeah.
But either way, I'm really surprised that this movie wasn't longer. And I would think, I mean, it was only made 13 years or released 13 years ago, but I now it would be a two-parter or a mini series, or I mean, I think they have done a mini
They have a
series.
couple.
They've done a million productions of this, but
Yeah.
this particular project, I think, with this level
With
of
the live singing and all that.
yeah, and these names of actors,
Yeah,
and
big.
just how big this was, I think they would make it bigger.
Yeah.
But I'm glad they didn't.
Me too.
I mean,
don't-
it
I don't
feels
wanna-
approachable.
Yes,
this
it
way.
does. Yeah. And even at 2.5 hours, it's a little daunting.
Totally.
Because I
It's a lot.
put it on and was like, oh, I'm not ready.
Yeah.
I had to turn it off and come back to it because I was like, oh, I forgot. This is really intense. I'm not ready for this ride.
Yeah.
But anyway, I did it anyway. That actually reminds me, you were talking about the stage stuff, and I didn't even think about saying this until now. But having seen it so many times, I've seen some really interesting varieties of how they do things. And one thing that sticks with me to pay attention to every time I see it is, how does Javert die?
Oh yeah.
So the first time that I saw it was in a stage with a trap door. So they lifted the bridge and he dove through the stage, and I was like, "Ah!"
Yeah.
I've seen that a couple times with the trap door. I've also seen Phantom of the Opera in that same theater with the trap door, and they would utilize that as well for the underwater stuff. I have seen it done so many bad ways. I've seen where he's standing still and the background is moving up.
Yeah.
And that, I hate that.
I'm underwater.
I've seen just movement. I've seen a stage that rotated and they used this weird tornado thing with lighting that looked kind of watery, but I will tell you, absolutely nothing compares to that time that he jumped through the fucking stage.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It has to be a
pretty
theater in
risky.
Philadelphia, because that would have been where that happened. So there's some badass theater in Philadelphia that hopefully still has a trapdoor 40 years later. 30.
Wow,
20.
wow.
I'm just a baby.
12 years ago.
Yesterday. Have you heard of Lee's Misérables?
No.
This is a book that was written about Robert E. Lee's Army of Northern Virginia. Apparently, the book was coming out as the Civil War was happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
They released the book in stages. It didn't all come out at one time. It came out in parts and segments. So it was really popular amongst the Confederate soldiers.
Oh, wow.
Which is interesting because Hugo was an abolitionist. He was not for the same values that the Confederates were for. But for some reason, the themes of poverty and struggle really resonated with them. So if you think about it, the book came out in sections, and these Confederate soldiers, this was something they were looking forward to. A lot of them died without knowing what happened, without ever waiting for that next segment.
That's tough.
And some American printers even altered some of the copies of the novel to remove some of the anti-slavery passages and make it more palatable for the Southern audiences because of how badly these Confederate soldiers were craving it.
Oh,
torn. Yeah, it's conflicting feeling.
I don't like censorship, but I'm all for morale. But who are we giving morale to? I have no opinion on this.
Yeah, that's one of those things I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of conflict right there.
That's interesting information to have. Thanks for sharing it.
Ouch. So we talked about the group of boys. They are called the Friends of the ABC. That name comes from the way that you would pronounce ABC in French, which is ABC, which ABC also is a French word, which means abased or oppressed or lowly.
Ooh.
So that's why that came from that. Thénardier, or the innkeeper, he refers to Cosette as Colette and Courgette.
Yep.
Which I enjoy, which is zucchini.
His wife's always like, it's Cosette.
Cosette's real name is, let me see if I can not fuck this up. Euphrase. Euphrase? Euphrase?
All right.
It's EUPHRASIE. Euphrase. Cosette is a little nickname from her mom.
Cute. What does Cosette mean? Something, little something.
Something. It's probably just a non-word. It's a nickname. It's just something.
Yeah.
cute. I don't know much French.
ETTE would probably mean like little
Miniature,
something. Yeah,
right.
Maybe. It's been a long time since I've
Mon
known
petit chouchou.
French.
That's the only thing I know. And it means my little cabbage. So Rowan Atkinson, Billy Crystal, Ricky Gervais, Steve Martin, Jeffrey Rush, and Robin Williams were considered for Thénardier.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
Innkeeper.
that
Those all
tracks.
check out.
I really like the choice of Sacha Baron Cohen.
Perfection.
I love Sacha Baron Cohen.
I love Sacha Baron Cohen too.
He makes a very good villain.
He also makes really good comic relief.
He makes great comic relief, but with a touch of sinister in there.
Yep.
He pairs well with what's her face? What's her
Helena
face?
Bonham Carter.
Yep, Helena Bonham Carter.
They both do that really well.
They do.
That
She
creepy, funny.
Yep.
Yeah.
She plays a great evil innkeeper.
Yeah.
Sweeney Todd. Yeah, he's
He's
just
in
does an
Sweeney
excellent
Todd
job.
too.
He is. They are not together in
No.
Sweeney Todd. At first I kept thinking, oh, they're a couple
How
in Sweeney
cute.
Todd, but
No.
no, he's the other guy in Sweeney
Yes.
Todd. But anyway, yeah, he's man.
Yeah. So here's something. Gavroche in the book is the son of the innkeeper family,
Oh.
Eponine's brother.
Oh.
And the only thing that they ever do in the movie that could tie them is they're both seen looting dead bodies.
Okay.
That's it, though.
Because in the
Never
movie,
mentioned.
there's no.
It's
he's
not mentioned
just
in the
around.
musical at all. Yep.
Yeah.
But in the book, he is
Oh.
their son.
I like that. I like that.
I like that they
background for
didn't
him.
tell us. Yeah.
Me too.
Cool. I've got
Well,
some
that's
games and
amazing.
stuff.
Well, I have one challenge for you for Les Mis.
Yeah.
Let's just take, maybe Jean Valjean, Javert, Fantine, and Cosette. Let's just take those four. If you could recast for this movie, who would you cast? Singing doesn't matter. Singing
Okay.
doesn't matter.
And we're talking about Javert, Valjean, Cosette, and Fantine.
Yeah. The big four, if you will.
Yeah. That's hard.
Challenge.
Yeah, big one.
You can also come back to this if you'd like to come back to it.
Yeah, I might have to.
Sure.
Because this is a really detailed one.
It's a think piece, if you will.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Think on it.
Whew, this one's going to fuck me up. You just ruined the rest of the show. No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
Let's play a game.
Okay. So I'm going to call this Law or Gnaw.
I love wordplay.
So basically, do you think that this should be illegal or not?
Okay.
It's pretty easy stuff, right? Stealing bread.
No.
No way should that be illegal. Okay.
Aladdin shouldn't be punished for it, and neither should Jean Valjean.
100%. Falling in love during the Revolution.
I mean, choose your battles literally, bro.
Agreed.
Illegal? No, but it's a dick move.
Okay. Then you won't consider this illegal, even though I do. Chilling in the friend zone instead of hooking up with Enjolras.
Well, it might be illegal because he's hot, so.
It's illegal not to fuck him? Agreed.
Yeah.
Okay. So she totally should have been like, bummer on Marius. I'm moving on to the next.
You don't have to fall in love,
No.
but yeah.
You're not supposed to fall in love. It's
Get
a
it?
revolution.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. What about begging someone to love you, Christian?
Too much. Legal.
Too
Stop.
much.
Go to
Illegal.
jail. Straight to jail.
Okay. Killing yourself because you don't suck as much as you thought you did.
Illegal, man. Chill, bro.
No reason for
Chill
anyone.
out.
You were
It
the
was
only
Brenda.
one being punished. Punishing yourself.
You need to go talk to that bishop and calm down.
Yeah. You
He
need to
can
take a
talk a
chill
little
pill.
God sense into you.
So when everybody dies, do they go to the heaviside layer? I hope so. I guess we'll have to find out.
I think so, probably. As
Probably.
long as they've lived that Jellicle life.
I think so. I think.
What
you're
is
right.
that?
I guess we'll have to find out.
Do you?
I don't think that we do.
Ah.
Just real quick, while I'm thinking of my answers, would you go ahead and send Marius a text message, Eponine? Just a real quick text.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. When, at what point is Eponine sending this text
While
to Marius?
she's alive.
Fair.
Say,
fair enough.
I'm going to say after she knows that he's into someone else. She's seen that, but she's still alive. The barricade hasn't happened yet.
Okay. What up, Mar? It's your girl, Panine. Look, I just want to get something off my chest. It's totally cool if you're not on board. I hear ya if you say nah.
I mean, it is a revolution.
I get that you're busy and I get that your friends are really important to you and everything, but I just thought you should know because, like, LOL, we might die or whatever. But I, kind of like you, like you. And I was just wondering if you like me back. You could circle yes, no, or maybe.
With a text message, but yes.
With a text.
I love that.
This poor girl. It's tough because her life fucking blows.
Yeah.
She
definitely did not win in this one.
And she's not delusional.
No.
She's really wishful and she's, too wishful and too hopeful and way too stuck on something that she knows isn't going to happen, but she knows it's not going to happen, which is truly, truly tragic.
Maybe it's almost like a safety thing. Like, she's afraid that if she were to like somebody available, no, it's not. What's the point?
Yeah.
So it's just this romantic.
Unrequited love can feel, like a safety net sometimes, I think, probably. It's nice to have something than nothing, even if it's one-sided. And I think that's literally what she's saying in some way, is that, I get that this is just by myself, but it's nice. And when she dies, she's like, honestly, I'm fine. Like, you're holding me now, so it's cool. It's like, God, that sucks.
That's sad.
This is the happiest moment of your life.
Well, since she got poor. Remember, she was happy and had toys and all sorts of stuff when she was little.
Yeah. She didn't get it, though.
No, she certainly didn't.
That's tough.
Do you want to hear the text I would send?
Yeah, I do. It's probably not as stupid as the one I just said.
It's actually extremely fucking stupid.
Okay.
Sup, Mar. No, just kidding. Hey, I have a date with Enjolras tomorrow night. Can I borrow your purple dress? Oops, wrong person.
Ah! Ooh, that's good.
Thank you.
See what kind of jealousy we can evoke.
Right.
Poke. Because honestly, let's be real. He's still a red-blooded boy.
If he found
definitely
out that
wants to keep something on the hook a little bit.
Yeah, he's flirtatious with
she's
her.
beautiful.
Gorgeous.
And he touches her not
Yeah,
rudely or
yeah.
inappropriately, but they're very close.
Yeah.
And so there is a lot of, I like
Guaranteed.
having you here. Please listen to me talk about my new girl.
That if she was like, oh my gosh, I have such a big crush on your friend, he'd be like, wait, what?
Yeah, right.
Every day.
No, he's busy. He's got
he's got a lot
he
going on right
sucks. You should have heard the way he
not
talked
really
about that
into girls
other
like
girl.
you.
Yeah.
You're not as tight.
Yeah.
So I got one.
Okay.
And it won't escape my brain, so I'm just gonna go with it.
Go with it.
Jeff Daniels. Javert.
I love that. Okay, I love that.
Do you?
Yeah.
I think he can do sinister pretty well.
Absolutely.
And conflicted.
Totally.
And also, you would still love him.
Uh-huh. I like that a lot.
Thanks.
Yeah. All right.
Can I do another Jeff for Valjean?
So you don't only get one Jeff, so yeah.
Oh. Jeff Bridges.
Okay. I'm into that.
Right?
Yeah.
Kind of like that too.
Yeah.
And then we've got Eponine and Cassette.
Uh-huh.
Jeff. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm going to have to come back to those.
If you need to do a Jeff and Drag also, that'd be fine.
Jeff Goldblum? No, he wouldn't be good for either of those.
He would make a good innkeeper.
Yes,
I can never
Thénardier.
remember his name. Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah, I'm not quite ready on those.
That's
two
fine.
yet.
That's fine.
Let's try this.
Okay.
I'm going to play a game. If this ends up being stupid, we'll just cut it.
Okay.
But I've got this idea for a game.
Okay.
So this is Mad Libs.
Ooh.
I'm going to ask you a fucking ton, apparently.
Oh my God, I love it.
Yeah. So let's just, answers just quick, funny.
Yeah.
Living thing, plural.
Worms.
An adjective.
Grand.
Noun.
Pink. No, what's
That's
a
an
noun?
adjective.
Cut that.
What's a noun?
Ceiling fan.
I like that where are you getting these things? I'm just kidding.
My brain.
My brain. Adjective.
Shiny.
Noun.
Canister.
A adjective ending with ing.
Flouncing.
Ooh. This is going to be so much fun. Okay. Noun.
Bushes.
Adjective. Describe a thing.
Grim.
Prim. Like that one. Okay, give me 2 nouns.
Car
Mm-hmm.
and pencil. I'm like 4 years old. This is funny.
I'm hoping it's as fun as I think it's going to be, but we'll see.
It's fun no matter what.
Another adjective ending in ing.
Dying.
Like, is that an adjective?
No, that's a verb.
I mean, it could be an adjective. A dying thing.
Flying.
I like dying.
Okay, dying.
We're using dying.
Okay.
Adverb.
Dark. Oh, is that an adjective?
Yeah, but you could the adverb
Darkly.
Thank you. Noun.
Skull.
Noun.
Vulture.
Ooh, I like that. Adjective.
Sprightly.
You're really fun with these. I'm like good, bad. Noun.
Fish.
Verb.
God, I just want to go really evil.
Do it.
Kill.
Noun.
Lips.
Verb.
Kiss.
Okay, a well-known person, place, or institution. Like a proper noun, basically.
The Eiffel Tower.
Verb.
Swim.
Adjective. You can give me 2.
2.
2 adjectives.
Frilly. And short.
Plural noun.
Sharks.
3 past tense verbs. You can just like verbs ending in ed, basically.
Okay. Marked. Dove. Like dove. Like I dove off of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And squirreled. Like squirreled away.
I like that.
Yeah.
Noun.
Cow.
Cow.
Yeah.
2 past tense verbs again.
Shamed. And fired.
A drink.
Oh. Absinthe.
1 more past tense verb.
Shot.
Shot. There's only 100 more, so you're good. Animal.
Animal. I love animals. Kangaroo.
Time. Like a time of the day, time of the week, time of the month, whatever. Just a time. An increment of time.
Menstrual cycle.
We'll take it.
Okay. Can come up with another one if that would be better.
No, I like it. Something that a living human or animal possesses. For example,
Like bones?
I have a thought.
Oh.
Bones, that works.
Okay.
A noise.
A whisper.
Ooh, I like that.
A whisper.
A feeling.
This feeling inside.
It's a little bit funny.
Fear.
I need 2 nouns, one that's a positive thing and one that's not so good.
Okay. Positive noun is birthday party.
Okay.
And a negative noun is cancer.
This is going to be so much fun. All right. Another amount of time.
Okay. 6 weeks. Oh, fuck. I should have said 28 days.
Don't worry, you'll get another one.
Okay.
A past tense verb.
Kicked.
A adjective.
Flat. Jordy.
A phase of life.
Teenhood.
Another amount of time.
28 days. Later.
2 verbs.
Smile and blink.
1 more span of time.
An eon.
How long is that?
I don't know, about as long as a millennia. I have no idea how long those things are.
Plural
Long,
noun.
long time. Window blinds. George.
A verb.
Open.
1 more plural noun.
Cats.
A verb.
Drive. Have I said drive?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Adjective.
Sharp.
Someplace bad.
Hell.
Someplace else.
The gynecologist's office. It's not always bad, but
Nothing good happens there.
It sucks.
A proper noun
New York?
and a past tense verb.
Keeled.
Oh, I like that. Okay. All right.
Somehow that was the hardest thing I've ever done.
I'm so
in my
sorry
life.
it was so long.
So
but
many words.
I hope that it's worth it. Nope.
It's okay. We can move on to Cats.
should.
So Cats, the musical, the movie.
Tom Hooper really dropped the ball on this one. I did not know that he was the director of this until I learned it while doing this.
I didn't either.
I was
I
like,
didn't either.
wow, how did you literally make the best movie and literally make the worst movie?
Tom, what the hell?
He also sounds like he was a real pain in the butt to work with.
Listen, I don't have a ton
Okay.
about Cats because everybody knows it's bad. Everybody knows it's about nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm obsessed with the musical Cats.
Mm-hmm.
Your relationship with Les Mis is basically my relationship
Okay.
with Cats. I also forgot a hugely essential part of Moulin Rouge,
I can
which
put it in
is I'll just say it now. It's fine. I have not seen a stage production of Les Mis, but I have seen a ballet of Moulin Rouge, which is obviously wordless, and it's a different story. Millie. Millie the dog is being a menace.
Truly. Just like tiptoeing across the mixing board.
There's
tap dancing?
tap dancing. There's a stage production. There's a musical of Moulin Rouge that is based on the movie.
Yeah.
But there is the story of the Moulin Rouge, which is not the same as the movie. And I have seen a ballet performance called Moulin Rouge, which is a different story. It's similar. There's courtesans and there's people falling in love with them. And honestly, it was almost 20 years ago that I saw it. So I don't totally remember everything about it, but it was really beautiful and really cool. And can dancers in a ballet is really, really cool.
I bet
Really interesting. Very neat. I saw it at the Tulane Theater, which
In
is...
New Orleans?
No, there is one of those here up at Umsel. I wanted to say Mizzou.
I
I'm
don't know
like,
how
that's
I knew
not
that
here.
you said up at, and I was like, oh, that must be Umsel.
Yep,
Okay.
it is at Umsel.
Okay.
So that was neat. That was cool. That's all. I just got to see a different version of that story, or like basically
like the
something
style,
that embodies the vibe of the Moulin Rouge.
Yeah.
It's not the Christian Satine story, obviously. But Cats, my relationship with Cats is more or less yours with Les Mis, in that I can't remember not knowing Cats. So my grandparents... Growing up, my grandparents lived in West Virginia, and they used to, I would spend summers there, and they would come, oh my God, bless their hearts, they would drive all the way from West Virginia, come pick me up in St. Louis, and just turn around and drive back. There would be no stopping or staying in hotels. They would literally come pick me up, I'd get in the car, and they'd turn around and we'd drive back.
Whoa.
And a lot of times we would have nothing on. I mean, I was really little, so it didn't matter to me at the time. The older I got, I realized how insane it was that we were driving 55 miles an hour across the country with no music on.
Jeez.
What? Thank goodness there were portable cassette decks by the time it mattered to me. But I don't know, for whatever reason, maybe they had just seen the Broadway production of Play, but for whatever reason on this particular trip, they had the 4 cassette tape version. There were 4 cassettes, whatever, like a double disc, but it was 4 cassettes of Cats, and they brought it with them, and I'd never seen it. I didn't know anything about it. They put it in. And by the time we got to West Virginia, I knew every word to every song because I demanded that they just keep playing it over and over and over. Every time it would end, I was just like, put tape 1 in. And
That's
so
cute.
I learned every word. And God, I mean, what saintly people. I just
it's pretty tolerant.
obviously didn't appreciate that as a child, but the fact that they weren't throwing that out the window by the 3rd time is crazy to me. Anyway, that's where it all started. And then they gave me a book of T.S. Eliot's Book of Practical Cats, yes, that you have right there. And that is the book of poetry that the Cats play is based on. I, at one point, went to New York with my dad. We were only there for the afternoon, and we almost went to see Cats, but we didn't see it. I did later get to see Cats at the Fox Theater with my other grandparents. These were my dad's parents. So my mom's parents took me to see Cats at some point when I was a little bit, probably 11 or 12 at the Fox. So that was really cool. But previous to that, I had seen a performance of Cats because my cousin that I had mentioned a little earlier in the episode, they were cast as Mr. Mistopheles in their high school production of Cats. And they dressed all in black, and they had this amazing shirt that was a black shirt with this big white furry tummy, and my aunt had stitched fairy lights into the white fur. Cute. And there was a battery pack in my cousin's pocket, and so at the very end of the performance of Mr. Mistopheles, all the stage lights went down, and my cousin pressed a little button, and the tummy lit up, and it was magic, because Mr. Mistopheles is magic. So that was amazing. It was wonderful. I later inherited that shirt.
Nice.
Because my cousin no longer wanted it after they were done. They had a bad time in high school, so
fair.
They did not want to have any part of that. And I wore that shirt forever, for years and years and years. I was a cat every year for Halloween for years after that, and there's pictures of me in that shirt.
That's cute.
Anyway, love Cats.
I've seen it once, I think, maybe twice. And again, little girl, so it's hard to say. But I do remember just being in awe.
It's just so fun and crazy and weird, and what's happening, and there's people dressed like cats. What is better?
I think it's a good one for bringing kids to.
Totally. There's nothing to follow.
No, there's no story.
So that's a big criticism of this film that we'll get to in a second, but there isn't, there is a loose plot, but it's nothing that you need to really pay attention to.
Right.
It's essentially cats singing about themselves and telling the story of what kind of cat they are. So little kids, that's probably why as a kid I could latch onto that really easily. The other, just little personal connection I have to it is that we have named a lot of our family pets, cats, a lot of our family cats after either characters or elements of the story. So we've had Elliot, a cat named Elliot, named after T.S. Eliot. We've had a cat named Jelly, which is short for Jellicle Cat. And then I had a cat named Grisabella.
She was such a good girl.
Goodness gracious. Anyway.
That was recent.
Just lost Grisabella. But Grisabella is a main component of this story. So Cats the movie, it's, I think, the first attempt at anything outside of the Broadway production of they haven't, the Broadway production was the longest running production ever until they retired it however long ago. I don't know what holds that place now.
I don't either.
And nobody really questioned what was going on with it. It was just understood that Cats was this crazy, sort of campy, weird play, and people that went to it just sort of appreciated it for being this, I don't know, just this phenomenon.
Yeah.
I feel like Hamilton was also a phenomenon, but for all these different reasons and in these different ways. Cats is just Cats.
Yeah.
It's really hard to kind of get a grasp on it if you don't kind of just get it.
Right.
That's such a kind of lame thing to say, but that's
I think
kind of
that
it.
Describes it perfectly.
The fact that they turned this into a major motion picture was an interesting choice. The fact
I
that
think that T.S. Eliot would have rolled over in his fucking grave.
I think the fact that they opted to not add anything to it is a very strange and interesting choice, because most of the criticism comes from the fact that no one knows what the fuck is going on in this movie.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm not going to say most of the criticism.
No,
Some
a
of.
good portion.
Because most of the criticism comes from the fact that they chose
Finished.
to do this
Visual.
unbelievably weird CGI overlay,
And then to
these
not even complete it.
actors.
Like, the CGI, in my opinion, just wasn't the right move.
Not at all.
To be fair, T.S. Eliot did not want an animated version.
Oh, I did not know
So
that.
he made it really clear, and his wife passed this on to Andrew Lloyd Webber, that he did not want an animated Disney kid thing. He wanted it to remain this bizarre, otherworldly, dreamy, eerie, with an undertone of prowling lust. Is the exact words.
Weird.
So I can kind of see why they chose to do the CGI, sort of. What I don't understand is why it's incomplete.
Yeah.
It's
well,
extremely. I do understand, because I've read about it.
Yeah.
Why it's actually incomplete. What I don't understand is why that was acceptable. Why they went, okay. Like, I know you had a
Absolutely
time
bonkers.
frame
Yeah.
or whatever, but
just
so
absolutely
bad.
bonkers. We could harp on it forever. Really, we won't. But let's get kind of into the movie itself. So in the stage production, Victoria the cat is present, but she is not. I don't even think she has a song at all. She's barely mentioned. I honestly never realized she was part of the stage production until I saw the movie and then rewatched a YouTube video of the stage production. And in the credits, it was noted that a white cat in the production was named Victoria. So she's just basically a side character.
Yeah, I mean, her job is to be the reason they tell everything they're telling, because she's new.
Yes.
So her responsibility is to keep the thing moving. They wouldn't be telling each other these things that they already know. They're telling her.
Yes. But she's not front and center in the stage production.
She's just never front and center.
Yeah.
She's always kind of sidelined.
They're singing to us in the we are Victoria more or less in the stage production. So in the movie, first thing we see is a car pull up with a bunch of people in it. Wait a second.
Oh, shit.
People in a car.
Are we trapped in a fucking car?
Uh-oh.
We're trapped in a fucking car.
Let's take a break, because we're trapped in a fucking car.
Oh, my God.
And there's some things we wish we had.
So I
Let's
think
do
I've been
that.
trapped in a car before, and I brought some shit with me. I'm going to tell you what I got and then what I'm bringing. So I'm
do.
trapped in a fucking car, and I wish I had air conditioning, batteries, charcuterie board, my dog Millie, every nail file in Nicole's house, fireworks, gin and gum, helium, ice maker,
Yep.
Jack O'Connell, he's there for me, ketamine, because I have a problem, and Wonder Woman's Lasso of Truth.
Yeah.
Today, we'll be bringing marijuana.
Ooh.
I think I'm just going to go with my thing here, which is I just bring drugs and explosives.
I dig it.
So, yeah.
I mean, kind of, that's all you'd want in a
Yeah.
zombie
I definitely
apocalypse.
don't want to be sober in that car.
No. And from what we've heard, which we mentioned last time, it really was nasty in that car.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are trapped in this car, and I wish I had air conditioning, batteries, charcuterie board, Millie the dog, every nail file in my house. And let me, it's a cheat, but let me justify it a little bit. I have a lot of nail files of various sizes and shapes.
It's convenient.
Some of them are sharp, so just saying. Fireworks, gum and gin, helium, ice maker, Jack O'Connell,
Thank God.
ketamine, lasso of truth, marijuana, and how about a naughty novel?
Ooh. That'll keep it spicy.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Should I say them all again?
Nah, you
All
don't
right.
have to.
I'm going to bring... I just want to bring drugs.
Do it.
I'm bringing opium.
Yes. Woo!
I love it.
Let's get fucked up and watch Cats.
Also, the only way I can tolerate that.
Seriously. I bet if we did a bunch of drugs, cats would be funny.
Yeah.
Really fun.
Yeah, I've actually heard from a couple people just think like that. Just be like, I don't give
Sure.
a fuck
Sure.
what it is. And then it's silly and stupid and bizarre as well. However, I don't think that it is. I don't agree with that.
That's okay.
I couldn't.
So here's the thing. The stage production is, as we've said before, campy. Another word a lot of people use to describe it as kitschy. It's fun. It's cheeky. There's a lot of check us out. This is a thing we're doing. The movie has none of that, and that is where it loses people.
Yeah.
There's nothing fun about this movie at all. It takes itself seriously. So whereas the criticism for Les Mis is that it takes itself too seriously, here I'd argue that it should.
Right.
And it has every right to.
Right.
Cats absolutely has no right to take itself
right.
seriously because it's ridiculous.
Because there's nothing serious
it's utterly
about it.
ridiculous. There's songs about cats.
There's words that are made up.
There's jellicle. It's made up. When people are saying what's a jellicle, it's like it's nothing.
It is a thing.
It's a thing that's a word that comes from another word.
Yeah.
Like
it's not a real word.
it's a concept.
Yes.
And the concept is it's a cat in this world.
Yeah.
Like, that's it, you know? And the whole idea of this story is that all of these cats have to kind of introduce themselves and offer up a selling point as to why they should get picked to go to the Heaviside Lair. And the Heaviside Lair is essentially heaven or whatever, because all of these cats, for one reason or another, want to be reborn or want another chance at life, which arguably not all of them need it. Like, what does Jenny Anydots need to do? She's fine. She's lazy as hell.
She's literally got a pretty chill cat life.
But yeah, so you meet like some old cats, some rough and tumble cats. But that's all it is. It's just songs, cats introducing themselves, us living in this cat world. The real emotional centerpiece is the story of Grisabella, who, this is interesting. Again, we did not purposely choose all of these musicals to tie in together, but all three of them involve the idea of sex work and sex workers sort of being, not happy with where they are and what they're doing.
We're treated fairly.
Yeah, I used to think growing up, and maybe it was told to me that Grisabella was a stage cat and that she used to be a performer. But as an adult, I think it's pretty obvious that she is a street cat. Yeah. And that she doesn't want to live that life anymore. It's been a really hard life, or she's not a desirable cat anymore. Which is like a really weird concept in and of itself, of course.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of heart that comes up. Memory is the big song that she sings, and that's probably the most emotional song in the play or the musical, whatever it is. I don't know. I'm getting all flustered because the movie's just so bad, you guys.
It's so bad.
And that's what sucks, right? So it's, they changed some of the songs. They actually use an old version of the Mungo Jerry and Rumpel Teaser song that Andrew Lloyd Webber had originally written that they scrapped because it was bad.
Yeah.
That's dumb. But they featured Grisabella's big solo, and in the movie she doesn't even get to sing it by herself.
Oh, right.
Victoria steps in and starts singing that Taylor Swift song halfway through it, which is not good. Sorry.
It's really nothing special.
Oh man, it's just such a bummer.
Well, they just wanted the Oscar. Remember, we talked about that.
Yeah.
That song was so forced. Mm-hmm. And what's hilarious to me is Taylor Swift talks about it like it was some divine thing that she was struck with by saying, well, they had this tune and it was beautiful. And I didn't even know they had the tune because earlier I was thinking, oh, the memories are gone. Something about ghosts, beautiful. At least they still have beautiful ghosts. And then they said they had this, but they didn't have the words for it. And I was like, I got you. I know what that cat would say. Dude, stop acting like that was something special. It really was just basic childhood writing. It reminded me, I mean, it's not bad. Okay. So when you and I talked about it before, I had said I didn't like it. Didn't mean anything to me. I didn't care. I didn't even notice it, basically. And that was true. But I did listen to it again to try to give it an honest opinion. It's not bad. It's not a bad song. It's not a good song.
Yeah.
It's nothing special.
No.
It ain't fucking Oscar worthy, hands down.
No.
And I feel like it would have done more justice to the film to not have that in there and just stop worrying about getting an Oscar for this.
Yep.
Which I guess is the whole goal, right? I mean, I don't
know.
I don't get it. Because it just went so bad that it wasn't worth it. But everybody says it's the only good thing about the movie.
I disagree.
I 100% agree with you.
It's just awkward to watch. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of stumbling over this description of the movie because it's awkward. That's kind of
it's uncomfortable.
It's uncomfortable. I remember when I put it on, I just felt disappointed because I love this musical so much, and it's not even that it has a big meaning, you know? It's just that it's a comfort thing, and our family loves it, and it's just been around in my life for so long. And then I knew that the movie was divisive and that I probably wasn't gonna like it, or I wasn't gonna love it. But I thought, I don't know, maybe it's one of those things, like Les Mis, that I really did enjoy, you know, but my heart sank when it started. I was like, oh no.
Just right out the gate, bad.
This is such a bummer.
Mm-hmm.
Really upsetting. I mean, fucking Idris Elba. Okay. He genuinely looks naked. It's really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It makes me feel strange. And that's another thing about the stage production is there's this really fun, I mean, I had not known that T.S. Eliot quote about this prowly, sexy thing happening. But that's
his wife quoted as well.
Oh, okay. But that's that is an element of the stage production is that there's a lot of thrusting and there's a lot of bulges happening and there's
curves.
a lot of like
but you can see the butt.
Yes. And there's
something not sexual. It's not overly.
No, but they lean into the fact that there's bodily forms happening.
Yeah.
And in the movie they've erased all of that.
Well, we're not dumb. We know they're people.
Right.
We don't actually think these are cats. So like you didn't have to go there. It's almost like saying, oh, well, he doesn't want us to animate it, so let's just make it almost like animated but not animated. Like why either go all out and just animate the fucking thing or make these people in costumes. Why did you do that?
Yeah, because that's the thing. With the CGI overlay so poorly done, it looks animated. Mm-hmm. When they're dancing,
those
actually
are real dancers.
Beautiful professional dancers.
Yes.
It doesn't look like they're actually doing it.
It doesn't look like they're doing anything, yeah.
But then when there are some of them that are costumed, so they are actually wearing, it's not CGI. Right. They're wearing fur under the costuming, under the jacket or whatever, or, you know, shirt or whatever it is that they're wearing. And it looks really good. Yeah. It's really neat looking. They should have just done that. The whole thing is frustrating.
I'm generally against most visual effects that aren't practical. I don't see the point. I don't enjoy watching movies that are filled with CGI. I'm going to talk about it when we bring up our Blimpets. I recently watched Frankenstein, and it was really great. Really beautiful, really moving. But I was seriously distracted by how bad, not even bad, just typical the CGI was. Because it takes away from it to me. I can look at this and see, okay, you have this beautiful thing happening here, but the only thing that's practical is a door. The rest of it I know is a green screen.
Yeah.
And it's bad CGI. And it really takes me out of it, man.
Yeah.
Just paint a backdrop. I would much prefer that.
Yeah.
I just will never be able to really get into high amounts of CGI. I don't mind when there's a balance with a little bit because sometimes it's necessary.
Totally.
But if it's not necessary, stop it.
Totally. Absolutely. And that's what I think they could have done differently here. But, you know, the big time crunch issue was that it took them 6 months to produce a 2-minute trailer.
I know.
And then they had an additional
2 months.
2
after
months to create the film.
that. Rest of the film, yeah.
That's why it looks like shit.
That's why exactly that looks like shit. And Hooper said that when he tried to do, because he was originally going to do costumes and fur, like what he did with some of them. And he says, oh, there was too many full face prosthetics and you lose the emotion.
Horseshit.
How could you lose emotion? You have no emotion in it right now.
Here's the thing.
How could it get worse?
I watch a competition show, a makeup competition show on Netflix called Face Off.
So good.
And one of the major elements of that show is being able to put full prosthetics on a face so that they can convey emotions.
Yep.
I mean, that's how
That's
people
their
win
job.
that competition. So being in Hollywood, sir, that would have been something that they would have been able to do.
I'm under the impression after what I've read that Hooper is a control freak who couldn't let other people do their jobs and trust, because this is more of what happened. So we already talked about the 2-minute trailer took 4 months and the rest of the film only had 2 months. Well, one of the visual effects studios said that the staff had to work 80 to 90-hour weeks to finish the effects by the release date, and Hooper would send denigrating emails, to individual visual effects artists about their work and insult them during conferences. Gets worse. The visual effects process was reportedly hindered by Hooper's rejection of the usual CGI workflow, which is we show a partially rendered idea they call them play blasts, where you can see what we're working on. You can see the path that it's going. It's not finished yet because that's a lot of time and money. So you're seeing the progress to make sure that the movements are right. And then if you approve the movements and stuff, then we move on to the next thing, which is the fine details, the lighting, the fur. He refused. He demanded that every single time that they brought him something, that it was finished. They said he demanded costly and time-consuming full renders before he would even review a scene. And he told crews that the real-life references of cats must be used for every movement, which somebody had to point out can't be done because cats aren't people. He wanted an impossible thing to happen.
So strange.
And he was a dick about it. And I'm very disappointed in that. If
Wrong-
that's true stuff.
Wrong director. I mean, this could have been done in a way that would have been really fun. Shit, if Baz Luhrmann had done this, it would have been a blast. An absolute blast.
You're totally right.
Yeah. Yeah. It would have been really fun.
Did you see that Corden and Wilson, who played Jenny Anydots and Bustopher Jones, showed up in their fake ass costumes to the Academy Awards and literally made fun of the movie and the visual effects?
No.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked. They should have, I think, been up there talking shit on Hooper, because those people, those visual effects animators, they were all laid off afterwards. And the film studio closed following this production.
Jesus.
The visual effects studio.
That's messed up.
The Visual Effects Society, which is an organization that represents visual effects industry, condemned the way that Hooper behaved with this. They condemned just Wilson and Corden going on stage like that. An actual visual effects artist said of what happened with them going on stage like that, I assume they were really classy and thanked us for working 80-hour weeks right up until we were laid off and the studio closed, right?
Oh my God.
No, not right. Did you ever watch the 2022 Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers?
No.
It's actually really
didn't.
funny.
I
It's
didn't.
cute. They actually make fun of it because they do a whole scene where they're in the uncanny valley.
Oh.
And there's 2 Shein Temu versions
Yeah.
of the cats, and they look just like the cats from the movie.
That's so
Yeah.
funny.
It's sad.
I have something to lighten the mood a bit.
Oh, do.
Let's do an FMK.
All right.
Cutie leads.
All right.
Okay, so from Moulin Rouge, you have your choice. Either Christian, when we did like him, or Satine, when she's alive. Jean Valjean from Les Mis. Or Victoria or Monkus Trap, who's the other, host
Yeah.
from Cats. So you get your choice of male or female lead in the first and last.
Okay.
FMK. Who goes, who stays?
Well, they're killing the cats.
Okay.
It's so bad.
Okay, yeah, it's fair.
If it were the, not that version, I might fuck them.
Sure.
If it were the stage version, I would definitely
100%.
fuck them. But because it's not, I'm killing them.
'Kay.
I'm gonna fuck Valjean.
Okay,
He's alone.
sure.
He's hot as fuck. He's so built.
He's
He is
very
so,
handsome.
Oh my gosh, he's in shape. And I'm gonna marry the lovebirds. I mean, they are when things are good, they're kind of sweet.
Yeah. Do you know that there was an early version of the script? I'm so sorry. I can't believe I forgot to mention this. An early version of the script of Moulin Rouge when the Duke was a count. And he actually seduces both Christian and Satine and gets them hooked on opium together and then like steals from them or something. I don't remember like how it ends, but I know it sounded really way more fun.
That sounds really intense. I'm into that.
So maybe you're the evil count that seduces them both.
That's what I'll
And
do.
you guys
Yes.
do opium in the car. One of the positives that came out of Cats was that we mentioned it before. Dame Judi Dench had originally been cast as Grisabella in the West End production. I can't quite remember what happened.
She tore her Achilles tendon.
She tore her Achilles tendon. My
isn't that-
least favorite
yeah.
injury.
Yeah.
But Ellen Page took over.
Yeah.
And went on to become an extremely famous Grisabella.
Yep.
I think Dame Judi Dench ended up doing just fine for herself.
Sure.
But it was very cool that she ended up getting cast in this production because she finally got to play. And she got cast as Old Deuteronomy, which is traditionally a male part. She plays in this, and I think that's neat.
Yeah, that's not her first time doing that. She was cast as M in Mission Impossible 007 shit.
Oh.
And that character was a man twice before her.
Cool. I've never seen any of the Mission
Neither, but I
Impossibles.
still think it's neat that
Yeah,
twice now
I love that.
she's taken a role that's stereotypically for a man.
Yeah.
And why not?
Very Ellen Ripley of her.
Yeah.
Love it.
Definitely.
So there's one good thing.
Yeah, you know what? I also have another redeeming factor.
Yeah.
Gus.
Oh, asparagus.
Asparagus the theater cat.
Love Sir Ian McKellen.
Me too.
He really, so from
He
what
committed.
he really did. From what
He was
I
like, I'm a fucking cat,
yes,
y'all.
from what I heard, because they did all have to go to cat school.
Yeah.
He took cat school the most serious,
Aw.
and he really played into
He
the
certainly
cat
does.
thing. If you look at him in the background, he might be out of focus, but he's licking his paws.
Yeah, he's always in cat
doing
mode.
the cat thing. He's very sweet.
He is very sweet. I love that.
Me too.
A few quick things about Andrew Lloyd Webber. He couldn't get any investors originally for the West End production because no one thought it was going to do well. He ended up taking a second mortgage out on his house to do it, and he called it a suicidally stupid musical. His suicidally stupid musical. He actually met with the director, and when he was pitching it to them, they fell asleep. And the rep from Warner Brothers said that the world prefers dogs.
Okay,
I
sir. Well, now it's one of those. Well, then, it became the longest running musical of
agreed.
all time.
Well, let me bring you back to reality because it turns out Andrew Lloyd Webber kind of sucks. But first, we're going to talk about T.S. Eliot. T.S. Eliot had a few cats, and some of their names were George Push Dragon, Petty Paws,
Oh,
and Whiskus.
love it.
Possum.
Naming something George Push Dragon immediately.
It's pretty amazing. So Possum is actually a racially charged nickname that he received from poet and friend Ezra Pound, who was also an expat. It's from a collection of plantation folktales called Uncle Remus.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it gets worse. Eliot and Pound often wrote to each other in black dialect for fun. Bit disappointing, fellas. Ew, don't like it. But the book that we were talking about here, Old Possum's Book of Practical Cats, I love that people were describing it as full of faux pompous elevated diction.
Yeah.
That's what Jellicoe's from, right?
I think so because it meant
Dear Little.
Yeah, Dear Little Cats, and the dog term was something I don't.
Poor little
dog.
Poor little dogs. I guess I can hear it, but it's a bit silly. 3 members of the West End production of Cats, including Lloyd Webber, ended up marrying cast members. So it was a very sexually charged environment.
So much thrusting and
So much thrusting.
bulging.
So Sir Andrew Lloyd Webber said in his memoir, it was inevitable that I was going to have a serious affair at some point.
Okay, sir.
So he was a married dad of 2 when British pop star Sarah Brightman auditioned for Cats in 1981. She too was married, and while he thought her voice was nice and liked how she looked and danced, yeah, things didn't go so well. So he realized he was in love with her, and he built his next musical, Phantom of the Opera, for her, right?
Oh.
Around her, starring her, and then swept her off to Italy, fell in love, proposed to her, said, I loved talking and making music with Sarah, and of course I loved the sex. Blech. Proposed,
Christ.
they got married. She got very, very popular off of Phantom of the Opera, cheated on him supposedly, and then they ended up divorced. Wah, wah. So this is what Andrew Lloyd Webber said. He was affected by the film reception, the 2019 Cats film reception, so much so that he had to adopt a Havanese puppy as a therapy pet.
I did hear that.
An airline asked if he really needed the dog, and he said, yes, just see what that Hollywood did to my musical. The airline sent an approval back saying, no doctor's note required. But don't cry for him, Argentina. He has won a ton of awards, including an EGOT. I mean, that's 4 words, but he has an EGOT. He's been knighted. He has a star on a Walk of Fame, and he has a net worth of about $1.2 billion.
Wow.
He's fine. Did you like that I said don't cry for him, Argentina?
It was really good. I have another question. Which love triangle would you rather be involved with? Because the movie, this is not, I think everybody in the stage productions just kind of mingling with everybody.
Yeah, it seems like they are.
In the movie, it's alluded to that Victoria, Monkish Trap, and Mr. Mistopheles are all sort of sniffing around each other. Or the Cosette, Marius, Eponine love triangle.
So
pretty tragic or pretty tragic?
And I'm choosing which one I hate less.
Yep.
It's definitely going to be the... Like, it doesn't matter what it is. If it's from Cats, the movie, it loses.
I know.
I mean, honestly, as much as I love a cat triangle and how fun... God damn it, why didn't Baz Luhrmann direct that?
I know, now that we said it, it's like,
it's so
shit.
obvious. If he had, I would definitely vote for them. Because fucking Eponine and Cosette and Marius are lame as hell.
Well, it's not a triangle for long, unfortunately.
Aww.
So,
rest in peace, Eponine.
R.I.P. Eponine.
Okay, so I want to do one fun thing real quick.
Okay.
We're gonna play a quick game. It's called Name That Jellicle Cat.
Okay.
You got it?
So
I'm gonna give you a couple pictures.
do I come up with a name?
Yeah.
Or oh, wow.
Hey, you gave me a hard one.
Yeah.
Do one of those. What first thing kind of comes to your head?
Yeah. Well, I've already got it. This is Sir Picklepot.
Sir Picklepot.
Yeah.
I love it. I was gonna say something having to do with playing a cello. He looks like he's playing a cello.
Sure.
Philip McStringbean.
Oh, I love it.
Good.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna call her the Regal Countess de Le Conflap.
Okay. I was going to go with Sir Florpheus McFlurpheus.
I like that one.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. He looks so sleepy.
I'm going to go with Amy Flamey Blamey.
I'm going to go with Puddington.
Oh. Oh, dude. This is Rad Dad Mad Cad.
Nar shreds a lot. Oh, baby.
This cat is just called...
That's exactly what it's called. There's no arguing with that.
Oh, my goodness.
He's in a box.
Yeah, we're calling this one
I'm just going to call him Box Cat.
Hot Box.
Box Cat, yeah.
You got to do the tongue thing, though. Oh, well, obviously, this is Burrito.
Burrito. I love it. I was going to call him Hoagie Pogie.
Oh, that's good, too. Bum, bum, bum.
That's it. That's it.
Oh, no. This is called Alpha from 28 Years Later.
I was going to call him Premature...
Encapsulation.
Encapsulation. There you go. Angry Dick. That's what we're calling.
Oh, no.
And then finally...
Oh, boy. Oh, man. This cat is called Dracula.
I like that. I'm calling him Sharp Teeth, Squinty Nose.
I like it. Ooh,
All right, that's
here
it.
was something fun.
Yeah.
Again, that I forgot to mention earlier because I'm just the worst. Did you know, this is just a fun connection, did you know that the Duke played Dracula in the movie Van Helsing, which came out the year before Moulin Rouge, and Van Helsing was played by none other than Hugh Jackman.
Gosh, I love a full circle moment.
So I saw Van Helsing in the theaters.
I've never seen it.
It's a bad movie. It's really, 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 really bad. But you know, it's awesome because it's like yeah, it's really bad. It's really bad. It's CGI. It's 2000 CGI, but not done with any care or concern because they weren't trying to make Lord of the Rings.
Sure.
You know, so there are these you know, Dracula's wenches or whatever, and they're flying, and it's awful. But yeah, the Duke plays Dracula, and I never, ever would have been able to recognize him.
No.
He's not a super hot Dracula. He's kind of a weird.
He's kind of not a hot guy.
Yeah, but he's not nasty.
He's not like
the Duke.
weaselly.
Yeah.
So I have just another thing that I thought was funny and that I forgot to say. So the Rinkai line in Tokyo, Japan, which is a train system, they use Memory and Skimbleshanks the Railway Cat for their train departure abilities at the Oimachi station.
That's so fun.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Also this, and you'll like this, the late, great Grumpy Cat went to the Jellicle Ball. She joined the Broadway cast for one night only at the Neil Simon Theater, and she hated it.
Oh, of course she did.
She was made an honorary Jellicle
She was
Cat.
so grumpy.
Yeah, she was
oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, there's a lot of male calicos in this movie too, which I think is a bit of a fuck up, if you ask me.
Well, or
I mean, there's
are
some.
Jellicles just that special?
Maybe they are.
Maybe they're just that special.
Maybe they are.
It is rumored round my house that my Grisabella's brother Oscar might have been a male calico because he did have one patch on his inner thigh that was a little orange, and he was mostly white, had a bunch of tabby patches,
yeah.
and then had one kind of orangey patch inside his thigh. So we argue that he might have been a male calico.
It
technically.
does happen. It's not unheard of.
And he was a very unique and interesting guy.
I love that.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you want to talk about some like different stuff?
Yeah, let's do
or
it.
Interesting things.
Let's do it.
Take a little bite out of our blimpets.
Blimpets and tea.
Blimpets and tea. Oh my goodness. Don't do that.
Don't do it. Okay, so I'll start. Fair warning, none of my shit is new. I tend to not get into something until it's years later and nobody else is talking about it anymore for some reason. And I regret it because my first one is Peaky Blinders. And
Peaky Blinders.
Blinders. I recently started this. There's 6 available seasons. Seems like there's some more stuff coming out from what I've heard. We've got a movie, perhaps a series or 2 spinoffs. It is dark. It is intense. We're going to call it a historical crime drama. And it follows the gang of the Peaky Blinders. And
Real people.
Yep, they are real people. Now, it does follow the Shelby family, who are not real people, but could easily be real at that time. It follows the lead of the family, Tommy Shelby, and his whole family. They are Romani, and that is a huge part of it is their Romani ancestry. And Tommy Shelby is played by Cillian Murphy. There's a really great cast. It gets real dark, and it's good. It's good. If you haven't given it a shot, do it. I didn't because everybody else was, and I'm way too cool to do what everybody else is doing.
Yeah, I also
JK.
was very, very late to the Peaky Blinders game. Gave it a shot. Couldn't get into it because it was just not presented in the right way for
That's
me.
how I feel too. I
Yeah.
feel like I had maybe turned it on a few times and just didn't. But when I recently decided I'm really in this British entertainment thing right now, so it was an easy decision to put it on, and I'm really, really enjoying it.
Yeah.
And I'm at the end of season 5.
Features one Thomas Hardy, so
Oh yeah.
obviously.
Oh yeah.
it's
Also,
wonderful.
don't know if you know this, but Cillian Murphy's hot.
Yeah.
I didn't really notice that until I saw him kind of telling some girls what to do.
Yeah, Peaky Blinders was where I was.
It's a bit dirty.
Okay, so my first blimpet is a podcast.
Okay.
And it's a wee little podcast. No, I don't know why I'm acting like it's British. It's not. It's two American guys. It's called Fun with Horror. It's just a little horror podcast. Their whole shtick is that it is the most wholesome horror podcast there is. It's two best friends. They talk every 2 weeks about a horror movie that they've picked for each other, and they kind of do a similar thing that we do. They alternate who chooses a movie each time.
Okay.
And then they each watch it and they just sort of chat about it. What I really like about it is it's not necessarily a review or a recap. They just sort of talk about the movie, and it's fun. But it's wholesome and it's sweet, and they're best friends, and that does not mean that they shy away from any movie. They've covered Martyrs. They've covered, some real vile shit. So it's just really sweet. It's cute. It's fun. It's just nice to hear a different voice covering horror movies. They don't really cuss. Aww. So it's wholesome in this like brotherly love sort of way that is palatable for people that don't want to hear naughty words, but they talk about people ripping each other's skin off. It's really funny.
It's kind of perfect.
It's a really fun kind of mishmash of things. So,
all right.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to check that out for sure, because I could get into that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I talked about it for a second earlier, the new Frankenstein.
Yes.
Really a different approach to any Frankenstein-esque thing I've seen before. It is a horror movie because it has to be kind of, but it's not overtly horror. And one thing that you would like about it, that we like about movies, is it is sad.
Yeah.
It is just kind of tragic,
yeah.
More so than brutal. In that horror way, it is gruesome. It does all the things that you want from a horror movie, but there's no nefarious shit behind it, really. Everything that's happening that's bad there's a reason. I don't know how to explain it other than it's not just this angry horror rage fest. It's very sweet and sad. Wah, wah. And Jacob Elordi is so very, very tall.
I'm really, really excited to see it.
The CGI really put me off. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, that's a bummer thing to know, but I am prepared for it.
It's still
now.
worth checking out for sure.
I love a height differential, and Oscar Isaac is rather small, so I love that we've got a big old Frankenstein and a big old Frankenstein's monster and a little bitty Frankenstein.
Yeah.
So that's fun. I'll pick it up a little bit with some positivity.
Hell yeah.
The next thing I'd like to recommend is Sir Anthony Hopkins' Instagram account.
What?
He is a complete joyful delight. He is wonderful and sweet and just the most charming, wonderful human being on planet Earth.
That.
It is filled with him playing piano for his cats.
Aww.
He dances in Hawaiian shirts. It's pure joy. I stumbled across it one time, I don't know, and oh my God, it's just such a fun, it's nothing but him just celebrating his life. And I recently, just a clip came across my feed that was, I think, the Today Show interviewing him.
Okay.
And he is, every December, he posts about his sobriety anniversary. This December, he will be celebrating 50 years of sobriety, and he always makes a big deal of it on Instagram. And I didn't realize that it seems like his Instagram account sort of was born out of this like celebration of life thanks to sobriety.
Aww.
But I think it was probably sent my way because the first couple videos that came into my feed before I started following him were him playing piano to the cat.
Oh my goodness.
It's so, so sweet. It's really cute. Everybody needs to go follow it.
Have you seen the guinea pig? That the girl plays the piano for a guinea pig?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
That's all. Okay.
Just love it.
I'm going to bring it back down.
Hey.
No, actually, I'm not, because I think that what I'm about to talk about is really upbeat and lively. I'm talking about a show called Rogue Heroes Another one that's been out for a minute that I've just kind of found it. This is a BBC war drama. It tells the story of the Special Air Service, which is real.
Yep.
It talks about some real folks, David Sterling, Patty Main, and Jock Lewis, who were real factual people that founded the SAS. And it takes place during the Western Desert Campaign of World War II. That's where it starts. Second season is in a different place, and they're working on the third season now.
Hey friends, so few technical difficulties, but we're back. It's a new day. We're in my car and we're here. Hi.
Hello.
I think that we left off when I was about to talk about my last blimp bit, which I'll go ahead and pick up there. It is about the Secret Air Service or Special Air Service. Do you remember?
I think it's Special Air Service, but it
Special.
is a secret.
Oh, it is a secret for sure. It's called the SAS. It is part of the British military, British Army. Yep. And they are a secret organization, part of the military that has no rules. They follow absolutely no rules. They do whatever they want. They get away with it too because they kill a lot of fucking Nazis. So watch that on MGM.
Yeah, it's based on a true story. Really happened in World War II.
Real characters.
Real characters. They take liberties, obviously, for the show. But yeah, one of my favorite scenes is when Winston Churchill hands them a blank piece of paper with his signature on it. And he's like, do what you need to do to end this war. And they're like, do you know what a blank piece of paper with your signature on it would grant us? And he's like I said, end the war. So it's a great show.
Yeah.
That's all.
Agreed. Great show. And I wish I had a signature from anybody with that much power. Just
Right?
a blank
Right?
piece of paper with their signature.
Me too.
Cool. Okay, so I'm going to pass this to you.
Okay, so my last blimpet is a new show on HBO called The Chair Company, and it's Tim Robinson's latest project. The Chair Company is more in the vein of Friendship, the movie that he put out,
Right.
than it is I Think You Should Leave or The Detroiters. So there's levels of Tim Robinson comedy, and some of them are for some people and some of them are not. But Chair Company is cuckoo bananas.
Cool.
Yeah.
So there was just a few things that I thought would be interesting that I hadn't mentioned earlier when we recorded. So Anne Hathaway and Hugh Jackman were offered roles but declined in Cats. So was Rihanna, the
Stop.
singer.
Stop.
I can't because it's true. Taylor Swift was given the role of bomb ballerina without auditioning, which is a huge problem because she sucks.
Sorry.
I also don't feel good about it. And I think as a musical person, you'll appreciate this. I mean musical, like just music, not the musicals we watch. Music for the film was, and we're still talking about Cats, was composed by Andrew Lloyd Webber and produced by Greg Wells, who also played several instruments on it, including the Abbey Road Fables Mrs. Mills piano. This is a 1905 Steinway that resides at the Abbey Road recording, and they used it on Beatles' Penny Lane and with a little help from my friends, and they used it on this film.
Wasted.
Yeah, that's it. I'm bringing this up. It's not necessarily something I needed to say, but I think it's important. The film was accused of whitewashing the actress Francesca Hayward because she plays the white cat.
I did not know that she was a person of color literally until 3 days ago when I looked at IMDb because she's such a shiny white cat.
I see it. She defended the film and said that that's not the case. She just played a white cat. But to kind of make up for that happening, I'll mention this. Francesca Hayward is the first mixed-race principal dancer with the Royal Ballet. Go, bitch.
Go, bitch. That bitch, girl. I want to say one thing before we wrap up, which, we talked about this in our last episode, but perhaps not everyone listens to every episode. I don't know. Not everything is for everyone. So
You should.
You should, though, for real, because we're very charming.
And really funny.
And cute. But anyway, this being the musicals episode, we should mention that we did go Saw the Musical back in September for my birthday, which is not a traditional musical by any means, but that was just a really fun addition to our musical theater experiences. And, if you want to hear us talk about it at length, why don't you go back and listen to episode 666? That's
Our Halloween extravaganza.
Woo!
If anybody is interested, you should definitely go hear about it. And then you should pursue it on all forms of social media, as well as try to see it as soon as you can.
Correct.
Cool. Well, I think that covers it. Oh, wait. Do you remember when we created that super fun, really exhausting Mad Lib?
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you want to hear what you've created?
Uh-oh.
I think you'll enjoy it. Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Oh my goodness.
This is I Dreamed a Dream, Mad Lib style.
Oh my God. It was so long, I had to come up with so many words, you guys.
56.
6 words. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay.
It was really long. It was too long. I think you'll find that it was worth it. And here we go. There was a time when worms were grand, when their ceiling fans were shiny and their canisters flouncing. There was a time when the bush was prim and the car was a pencil and the pencil was dying.
Oh no. The poor pencil.
There was a time when it all went dark. I dreamed a dream in time gone by when the vulture was sprightly and fish worth killing. I dreamed the lips would never kiss. That one worked.
Yeah, I like that one.
I dreamed that the Eiffel Tower would be swimming. Then I was frilly and short, and sharks were marked and dove and squirreled. There was no cow to be shamed, no song unfried, no absinthe unshot.
Okay, that
Ooh.
works too. That works too. I like that.
Yeah, that one worked. Now, this is my personal favorite, and I think you'll agree. But the kangaroos come at my menstrual cycle with their bones soft as whispers as they tear your fear apart as they turn your party to cancer.
So
That's the best paragraph. Okay. He slept 6 weeks by my side. He kicked my days with flat wonder. He took my teenhood in his stride. That one worked.
oh.
But he was gone when 28 days came.
Oh no.
Menstrual cycle? It's
Yeah,
like the regular dream he'll smile to me, that we will blink the eons together. That's a long time.
So long.
Unrealistic.
Probably makes me
Blinds that cannot open, and there are cats that cannot drive.
sick. Get out of the car.
I dream my life would be so sharp from this gynecologist's office I'm living. So sharp now from what it seemed. Now, New York has keeled a dream I dreamed.
Oh my goodness. What a mess.
Worth
I love it. I
Worth
love it. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Those fucking kangaroos.
Kangaroos with soft
Please
bones
stop
murdering my cancer parties.
taking my party and turning it into rude.
If you like to sing, please, we would love a really fun recording of that. And you can email us at hearmeoutpod.info@gmail.com, or you can find us on our social media.
Yeah, and also just find us on our social media or email us and say hey, because we want to know who's listening out there. We see you, Finland, and we see you, France,
And we see you,
Canada, and all the states. Thank you so much. Say hi.
We love you. Reach
Love
out.
you so
Tell
much.
us. Tell us that you're there, and we will send you kisses and hugs and thoughts and prayers.
And until next time, until next time.